The closest point for me was like when we were really trying to wrap up this EP and really trying to get everything out this last week. Not that I wanted to quit, but it was one of the most frustrating times.
A lot of big bands talk about, hey, I'm gonna step aside from touring because, like, I miss my family. You know, it's like I have a wife and kids and all this kind of stuff at home. Like, I just kind of want to spend some time with them and be at home.
It can be stressful.
But if someone wants to pay me enough money, I will do the sacrifice that I need to do. Let's do it.
Pay record labels and sponsors.
The thing is, if you get on stage and you play a song, we're playing it for one reason, or maybe 4 reasons. Maybe there's 4 different reasons why we're playing that song. But there's people singing it back for 1,000 different reasons.
I feel like we haven't butted heads before. I mean,
yeah.
It was always creative difference.
So tell me about that real quick.
It's one.
Hey everyone, I'm Zayden McHale, and now we're talking with Dissentious. It's great to have you guys on behind the scenes. We've tried to do this before. We won't talk about that.
We didn't try. We did it.
We did do it. We did. Someone forgot to hit the record or something.
Man, that guy
I don't
needs to
know.
be fired.
it was just mainly a good time.
We're just hanging out to hang. But you know, for anyone who doesn't know you guys, let's go ahead and go through the lineup. Let everyone know about Dissentious, the band itself, you know, and also who each of you are in the band.
Yep.
We'll start on that.
All right, I'm Andrew. I'm the lead guitarist.
Brian playing drums.
Hi, I'm Scarlett. I sing and do other stuff.
Chord, I play guitar.
Cool. And so this, you know, I would call you guys an alt metal band. What do you guys describe yourselves as, or do you think you fall most into the vein of?
That's kind of what we've been saying is alt metal. It's hard to say
Alt metal, hard rock.
It's kind of hard to say what genres are anymore.
Yeah, it all feels so mixed to me.
Know,
And even, you know, like Through My Eyes specifically, I think me and Brian were even talking about it the other day, is kind of more like a pop rock kind of song.
Yeah, it has that feel
you know.
to it.
But
So, I mean, we got some heavy riffs that kind of fall in the metal aspect, some drums that do that. But, you know, with her vocals being clean and poppy, it's kind of a pop rock, kind of an alt metal, kind of a this,
A
that.
little new metal vibe on the
new
guitars,
metal,
too.
Yeah, for sure.
A little bit.
People
Been
relate to
told
that.
like we're very nostalgic.
Yeah,
Like,
that
Like
there
we
you
bring
go,
a
yeah.
modern
And,
twist to like 2000s metalcore.
People are like, usually it sounds familiar. That's what
I remember.
I should
the
tell you,
member
remember I
berries.
told you my friend texted me and he was just like, it sounds like Randy Rhoads and Killswitch fucked with Rise Against Condoms and Here Y'all Are. You know, I was like, okay.
fair enough.
We're going to put that on the album.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of our first album.
In
You
quotes.
sound like da 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 da.
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, all right. But that's what everybody usually says. It sounds familiar, like something, you know.
And I think I agree with that
Everybody's
sentiment.
going to that low, like, just djenty sound, like,
Hey, that's good.
and we're trying to keep it more like, you know, we all grew up on 2000s metal, you know, so that's kind of what we imply to what our music
I
is.
like that it is different but similar. I like that.
Yeah. Same, but different.
Especially because you don't hear that. Like now, if I'm listening to that kind of music, it's because it's been out for 10 years. It's been out for a long time. And you're bringing that genre, hopefully, back. I love that genre, bro.
I love it
Shit's
so
coming
much.
back.
Don't get me wrong,
We're all
I
gonna
love,
have blue hair and sweat.
I love. No, you gotta cut Brian's hair like the red, like, you know, emo thing going on.
He's got to grow
but
hair first.
With your donations, we can help. We can help a balding drummer achieve his dream.
But I did have some questions that I wanted to ask you. Let's start with what each of your dream jobs or passions were when you were growing up.
Well, hell, I'll go first. So you can ask any of my parents. When I was a kid, I always said that, you know, I was either going to be an astronaut or I wanted to be a rock star. And it's funny because we talked about this earlier, about, when you're a kid, everybody has this unachievable dream. And my unachievable dream was to be a rock star. And my achievable dream was to be like this aerospace engineer or whatever. And then I got into engineering school and found out I hated it. And now I'm in a band. So it's wild.
I guess, I had a pretty good job there for a while. I don't know if it was my
That wasn't
dream
the question.
job, but I really enjoyed what I did. I've worked in construction for like 20 years.
But when you were 5, what'd you want to be when you grow up, is what he asked.
It's okay. You can give me the back.
He wanted to be a male gigolo.
How did you know?
The look on your face. I don't know.
I'm sorry, man. I told it.
That's how you met, don't lie.
I don't know. I guess it's really weird though, because like I've been playing drums since I was in high school. Started in the marching band. Like she said, and everyone tells you that too. They're like,
And in the back of your mind, you're like, man, I want to do that one day. That's my dream. But everyone tells you, no, it's not going to happen.
and it may never happen. But we're having fun doing what we're doing and making music. And because I went through a year or two there without playing music, and that was hard. So we got to a point to where we could build a little spot, start practicing again, playing music, and that really helped me a lot. Was just coming back in and playing music and creating music with these guys helped me a lot anyway. So.
What was the original question?
What was your dream job, man?
When I was younger, I was a good artist, and I thought I was going to be a tattoo artist when I grew up. And my buddies would always go get tattoos, and I just couldn't stop buying guitar equipment instead when I got money. So I was like, just started collecting guitars, and I got into that, and I was just like, I honestly thought I was going to be an artist or some kind of a. I wanted to do tattoos. That's what I wanted to do. And I don't even have any tattoos, which is crazy. It's just, it's the money situation probably. And I've always been, I'm really glad I didn't get what I wanted back then. Like, I'm really glad I don't have, like, meat wad on my arm or something stupid, like, in the french fries and the Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Because those were ideas.
Frylock.
Yeah, those were ideas, and I'm glad I didn't do that. So I'm kind of glad I got stuck with the guitar, and it, kept me from doing crack. And I'm here now. So glad I'm not a crackhead today.
We are like the most blank metal band ever.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, none of us have tattoos.
are expensive, man.
No,
Like,
yeah. Well, guitar
Anybody
equipment
wants
is
to donate to the tattoo?
also very expensive. Like, yeah.
Let us know
somebody's
what you
willing to
want
come get
tattooed
me,
on
like,
their
free
body.
quality tattoos.
You pay for it. I'll consider it.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe to our Only Jams.
Everything's a luxury now. Golly, everything's so expensive.
Well,
Anyways.
I've always kind of had the ultimatum for music, so that's always what I've wanted to do. I played high school band, I played the saxophone, got into playing bass guitar and guitar, and it's kind of always been it.
Yeah, we've discussed it before the previous time we talked about and we'll get into it a little bit more today, but where some of your guys' inspirations come from. And I think seeing that reflected in a modern setting is, as we were talking about before, something that I'm excited about. I'm excited to continue seeing more of that effort and more of those songs come out. Like, you guys just released a new song called The One, right? And,
Yes, sir.
honestly, already love it. Already played it quite a bit. And yeah, I just keep looking forward. Every time there's a release, I'm excited to check out what that new song is.
We
And
feel like we're trying to at this point we're just kind of upping the ante on each one most of the time. We started with a great producer that helped us get started, and then we've just been bringing him more. And every time we bring something more to the studio, he likes it even more, and we seem to be able to just kind of keep raising that bar.
It's always a good day when you lay down some vocals and your producer goes, "Okay, yeah, no, that's great." Let's do it again. Oh.
So let's kind of start with the beginning of Dissentious and how. Well, actually, before that, let's start with each of you. and how each of you got into music in general, where your love of it came from, and where you started kind of leaning into wanting to learn more about it. Yeah, we'll start this song this time. Put you on the
Gordon's
spot.
like, damn, I wish I had more time.
Where music began for me, I guess. When I grew up, MTV was a thing, so I watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead, and there's a lot of music videos on there, and I just kind of clipped on to metal and rock music and stuff like that. So, can't think of anything off the top of my head in particular, but I remember my mom. She went and bought me. You remember the Crow movie? Did you ever?
Yeah,
watch it?
100%.
Yeah, the soundtrack to that movie. I think I listened to that repeat for 2 weeks straight with just my head between the speakers, and I was like, I love whatever this is, and from then on out, it was just, so.
Full force in that direction.
Yeah.
So for me, my dad showed me Rob Zombie when I was 5. Immediately became my entire personality.
We thank him
But-
for that.
But what really made me have a passion and inspiration for wanting to do the thing was, Avril Lavigne was really popular in the early 2000s when I was growing up and stuff, and she just always seemed like this super cool, collected, punk rock kind of chick, doing the thing. And I remember seeing her on MTV. One of her music videos, I think, for Complicated,
MTV.
was being played at the time. I'm going to age myself. My goodness, we're old. Complicated was being played on MTV, and I remember her just doing the thing, and just, I looked at her and I was like, that's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do. If I can do anything in life, that's exactly what I want to do. And so I started writing really silly songs when I was a kid, and I don't even want to remember half the really silly-ass lyrics that I wrote, because it was about freaking nothing. But started writing some lyrics and singing a little bit, into a hairbrush at home and doing the thing. And I was in band all through high school and college, and I sang choir all through high school. But it wasn't actually until about 4 or 5 years, actually, after I met Brian, that we were having a Halloween party. And our anniversary is Halloween. So we were super broke because we were in our super early 20s. We couldn't afford anything. So I wrote him a song on ukulele. And it's the first time he'd ever heard me sing anything or write any lyrics or do anything. And I went in there and I played it for him, and he's like, why didn't you tell me you could sing? I was like, because I didn't think I could.
Never came up at
And then-
dinner.
the secret.
And then that was pretty much all she wrote after that. So
Yeah, we
20 minutes are done.
we jumped into an experimental band after that, and that was the first time I'd ever heard her sing. And
Betamax
of
Guillotine.
course, I've been playing the drums since
Andrew was a part of that band.
high school band. I started in 7th grade in high school band.
And is that you just kind of jumped in at the deep end, or was there a love that preceded that?
Yeah, no. Literally, we had some family members that played some instruments, but we never really dove into music until at 6th grade. The high school band came to our elementary school, and they put on a performance. They did the marching thing and all the stuff, and I was like, hey man, that's pretty cool. I want to do that. And that was the first time that I had ever really thought about playing music. I had just kind of listened to music passively through my parents basically most of the time in the car. Back in the 90s, we didn't have
On the way to school.
especially way back in that day, there was no stereo systems or anything. It was just basically I listened to music when my parents were in the car and we were going somewhere.
Right.
And they listened to classic rock and country.
A lot of
So at the
Aerosmith,
time,
90s country.
yeah, so at the time, that's what I was into because that's what I listened to.
Right.
But I didn't even realize until I got into high school, I went and worked on a construction crew for the first time, and they were listening to rock and metal on XM radio, and I was like, oh, this is what I
opened you
want
to
to
a
listen to.
whole-
Smashing Pumpkins specifically was one of the first bands that I heard on XM that I latched onto and was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to listen to. This is what I want to do. And then when I got in 7th grade, honestly, and I know you played trumpet, right, in high
I
school.
think we all played band, didn't we?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you played trumpet.
Yeah.
I wanted to play trumpet. Our band director came to the elementary school, and he sat us all down. He's like, well, what do you want to play? What are you interested in? And I was like, I want to play trumpet, man. That looks really cool, And he handed me a mouthpiece, and he showed me how to use it. And then I obviously was terrible at it.
He said, "Here's some drumsticks."
And he's like, "How would you like to play the drums?" And I was like, "I don't care, man. I just want to be in the band, you know." And that's literally how I started as a drummer.
You can't do any of this.
No,
Here-
none of that.
You can't play music, but you can beat on
You
things.
caveman, here's sticks.
Yeah, trumpet was not easy.
No,
Yeah.
trumpet is not easy.
Yeah, I probably
Fucking
picked
hard.
one of the harder instruments to try to learn, but yeah, no, he gave me drums, and then from then on, literally, me and him, we made bands throughout high school and just started jamming.
Yeah.
And so from your
Yeah,
perspective,
from there,
how'd that
like,
go?
as he said, when we were growing up, we are going places. Mom and Dad listened to a lot of 90s country music, Aerosmith, like arena rock and country and stuff like that. And I was really into that for a while. But then when he started bringing in other stuff, I really latched on to like Linkin Park and 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, stuff like that. And just kind of kept getting heavier and heavier and heavier from there. And so, but when I very first started playing music, I was started out in band as a saxophone player. And I really loved that idea of like the saxophone player in a spotlight playing the bluesy, jazzy type stuff.
I love the saxophone. That's like one of my favorite instruments.
Then as we got into, when we started making our own bands, he was playing for a band at a time with some of his friends. Their bass player wasn't really coming to practices and stuff like that. So I decided to step in as the bass player for their band. And that was the very first time I'd picked up a stringed instrument or anything like that. Learned it in a couple months and have just gone from there. You know, played in pretty much anything you could imagine. Like, that was original music. Then we played in a kegger band for a long time. And then we wrote some alternative music, done all kinds of stuff.
We used to make fun of him when he was learning how to play guitar. We were like, "Hey man, that guitar sounds like you should put it down and pick your bass back up." I'm really glad he didn't listen to us though, because like he's phenomenal. I couldn't like.
Beautiful. So you were kind of touching on like when it was becoming more than just a hobby for you guys. Like it was like, oh, we're wanting to do this. You know, and see where it goes. Where did that occur for each of you? I don't think we got too much from you. Like, when did that become like, okay, I want to do this? Like, I want to
be in a
this.
band and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It all started in '95 at band camp with a flute. It was a flute, and then
my goodness.
no, actually, honestly, I played trumpet in high school or when I was younger, and then I had a grandfather that played the bass guitar. So every time I go to his house, I'd always like be flicking on the strings, and he's like, "Stop touching my stuff." I'm like, so I begged my mom, I think, for about 5 years, and they finally got me a bass guitar, and I just started popping on that thing. I was really influenced by rock, funk, all that Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of stuff. I'm trying to think of some not so generic bands, but yeah, I got started on the bass, and when I moved to California by myself, bass is really hard to play. Just like by yourself, if you're not super motivated, you know what I mean? Like, and you're not just like super good with like it. So I was like, I'll get a guitar, because I liked playing. It was like Avenged Sevenfold was like really big back then. They were starting to come out, and I was like, I got to play those songs. So I just and Guitar Hero probably had the biggest influence of playing music because it was like it kind of taught you the fundamentals of playing, and picking it. And I was just like, if you can keep time with that, then maybe you can play guitar. So that really, I'm sure that sparked a lot of people off on Guitar Hero. That was definitely what it was for me. Yeah.
Shit out of Guitar Hero.
Man,
good age.
we,
I freaking love that game.
we would like look over and be like, "Oh shit, it's daylight. We need to go to bed."
Your parents are worrying about the 2008 housing crisis. I'm gonna play Guitar Hero.
Yeah, we were just playing through it all. Yeah, that was about it. Yeah, I started trumpet first. That's when it was weird.
That explains a lot about you.
In band camp. After I moved up here, and I'm almost 40 years old now, and I'm like pretty much done with trying to be in bands, and I just happen to live close enough to these guys. Like, it just...
Well, that gives us hope.
He sold me a guitar.
We're trying to,
Honestly, like...
we're trying to do the
The
thing.
moon has just aligned perfectly for me to be like, okay, I can do this, and like this is gonna be the last band I'm in. I don't feel like, I want to be in a band anymore, but like I like playing with them and trying. So I got so many guitars and amps, and I like playing music, and I got so many riffs and songs in my head that I need to get out, and I like going to the shows and playing in front of everybody. I mean, it's always fun. I always get way too drunk and have a good time, and that's what I like to do. Other than that, I just sit at the house and play video games, other than that. And the band gets me to go out and do things,
And it sounds like it's really pushing you to exercise some of that creativity when it comes to the riffs, to the things that you actually want to get out. It gives you an outlet for that.
Yeah.
So I think that's an amazing.
It gets boring playing by yourself for a while, after a while, you're just playing cover song after cover song. I'd rather make music, you know what I mean, and stuff that that's why we don't try to play too many covers. I mean, we have a few, I think, but I try to do original music if we can. Yeah, we have one that we recorded, but try to keep up playing, and it gets me out of the house and doing stuff. So
yeah.
I like modern guitars. I take every one of them I get apart and put stuff into them. I have to mess with everything. So it's a tinker toy for me too. So I like to do that. I have an addiction to buying guitars.
He's like, I'm realizing this now
I'm an
in front
addict.
of the
I
microphone.
completely acknowledge it. and
We're exploiting that.
Yeah.
The way we met is he sold me one of his guitars.
That's literally how they met.
Yeah. So in that realm of things, how did Dissentious all come together? Like, how did that happen?
It's actually really interesting.
Long story short.
I will start.
Okay,
just
yeah,
on
go
this
ahead.
one.
Go ahead.
So, I had actually specifically had quit playing music for like 4 years. I had gotten a job. I was career and was working, doing the thing. I had quit playing music. It was hard to come home, get up at 4:30 every morning, get home at 7, and then even try to play music. Right. So then, had kind of given up on that. Had kind of quit playing music, and then one of our friends wanted to get together and start jamming. Like, hey, nothing serious. Let's just play some music and hang out and do the thing. And I was like, oh, okay, And that's how it always starts. Is like everyone just wants to like play.
Just give you a taste. Just a
Yeah,
little
no,
taste.
just hang out.
Just a
Just do
little
some
bump.
jamming.
Just a little bump is all you need.
So you get in there and you start jamming. You start doing pretty good, and you start feeling good about what you're doing. And then all of a sudden, someone goes, "Well, let's make a song." And then that's where that's the transition,
Right.
Like, we were just playing covers, we were having fun doing the thing, and then all of a
Anybody
sudden,
can play covers.
someone wants to start making a song, and then you're talking about a different thing.
Yeah.
And then we jumped
Different
into
beast.
doing that. We had met Cord through him selling a guitar to Andrew.
Actually drove Andrew to the place to pick up the guitar.
I'm
I
gonna
got to
tell
meet
you,
Cord that day too.
Arkansas is the worst place for our type of music too, because there's just not a lot of venues that support heavy music. You know what I mean? It's very far and few in between. Like, it's all over the place. So
We put our hometown
mainly-
as Hot Springs, and Hot Springs doesn't what they call it. They say we are
and that's
too
why I say
heavy.
I'm lucky to be in this band, because I live right down the road. I mean, you can see we live out in the middle of nowhere here. So I mean, like, if I wasn't able to come over here and be within 30 minutes of them and being able to
Be hard.
travel, like,
Makes it
we
work,
wouldn't be able
yeah.
to do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's a very
So luckily, he lived close, sold
It
that
all-
guitar.
That's why I said the moon alliance.
We
and
then-
I was like, okay,
We
Yeah.
then just kind of started wanting to make our own music, and then reached back out to him. Hey, would you like to be in a band? And then that just kind of started, and then
And now we're Dissentious.
yeah,
pretty
some
much
years
We have
later
an
now.
EP and songs out and
they
stuff.
built this place because we was jamming in this little shithole, and then they was like, "Hey, I'll build this place if y'all
We got
wanna be
kicked. We got
serious
kicked
about
out
the
of our
band."
jam
Kicked
spot.
out. Yep.
Yeah,
We were
Really?
practicing in an area that we were.
His poker buddies
We
were
weren't-
trashing it
we
too
weren't-
much
we
and
needed
blamed it
our own
on
jam
us.
space anyway.
We weren't really
Found out.
renting the place, but it was a place that was being rented, and the guy was okay with us coming and jamming there. But really, in retrospect, the guy wanted me to join his band, so he was like, "Oh, you can use the spot," but he was really trying to get me.
trying to get you in.
So
it.
then, when I didn't
Everyone
join his
needs a
band,
drummer.
yeah, or a bass player.
Yeah.
And so when I didn't join that
Every
band,
drummer.
like, oh, you guys
It's
can't do
all
this here
in
anymore.
me.
And then so I was like, hey, let's build a spot then. If we don't have a spot anymore, I'm going to
we'll
build
make one.
You actually mentioned this. I would like to circle back to that name of Dissentious. How did that come to be?
So when we originally started, we kept pitching band names and none of us, like, we couldn't agree. Anything that we could agree on, we'd look up and it was like already a band. And we're like, well, we can't be named that, And we go to the next thing, we just kind of got real fed up because we just couldn't do, like, one person would pitch a cool name and the other person's like, well, no,
It's
I
the
fucking hate
hardest
that
thing
name.
in the world coming out of the band.
And then
name.
so one day,
just not
we
sucks.
call him our band daddy, and he loves it. He hates it when we call him that on air, but I'm gonna make him a shirt that says that.
Blake Woodson.
His name's
We
Blake
love
Woodson,
you.
band daddy Blake Woodson. He just like texted us one day and he's like, "Hey, what about the name Dissentious?" I'm like, "Okay, well, what does that even mean?" He's like, "Oh, can't agree on anything, quarrelsome, argumentative." He's like, "I figure it fit," and we're like,
Works.
Perfect.
"It does." Like that's perfect because we were set to play our first show and we didn't even have a name yet. They were like, "Well, our band is gonna play," and they're like, "Well, what's your name?" And we're like, "I don't know, let me get back to you on that." And then it was like, a couple months leading up to it where they had to start doing advertising. They're like, "Okay, like we need a logo and a name in like 48 hours." And we're like, "Oh, fuck." And that's when Blake was like, pitching that. And then,
he didn't even hear us yet.
yeah, he had no
did-
idea what we
he
sounded
didn't
like
even know
yet.
us.
Had no clue.
You know what I remember about Blake was someone took out our first concert, a real far back video, and you can see Blake coming across the crowd. He's like walking or whatever, and as soon as we come on, it's like he just went.
Yeah, he was
Like, look, he was like, "Whoa, that's y'all!" And like, I just remember him in that
I'll never
video.
forget the first
So,
logo he made for us. It
yeah.
sucked. It was awful.
But yeah,
It was terrible. I have a picture of it. He had it up on the LED in the background, played Spa City Rocktoberfest.
yeah,
That
that
weird
ghetto.
ass looked like a
Oh, man.
5-year-old druid that said
Yeah.
Dissentious.
But anyways,
You couldn't
we didn't
really,
have shit,
Yeah, I
so
remember
he kinda
that.
helped
That
us,
was
for sure.
terrible.
yeah, he's helped us along.
Our
the way.
logo's way better now. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if some people say that it looks like a 5-year-old figured out Photoshop. I love it.
Yeah,
Somebody had to say
shout
it.
out to Mac, my stepdad, for making us.
Yeah, it's
No
awesome.
kidding.
I
Like,
love it.
I
He
love it.
came
I
up
think
with
it's
the logo.
amazing.
He came up with our logo and did a good job on that. So. And it was a hard name, so we're trying to keep it simple. Like, everybody's doing the cracked leather thing, going on, like the crazy metal. Like, you can't read that shit.
Yeah,
and
some pitches are
our
like,
name is already hard for people, obviously, so we're like, let's just keep it
it's already
tight.
hard to
Like,
say.
yeah,
You don't want to
let's,
make it
uh,
hard to
remind
read.
It's Dissentious,
Yes.
not Dissentious, not
Not
Dissentious. It's Dissentious.
Dissentious.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? What's something that would go back in time to your old selves and like work on prior to this? Like, what's something?
He's like, I already got one. What?
Start right now. Technique.
A technique.
Please, if you're a musician starting, work on your technique.
All the really boring stuff, do it.
Do it.
Learn your scales. Take some time to learn your theory. I mean, because even me, just as a vocalist, like, it would really help if I could communicate with my band a lot better than going, "Hey, what if you played widdly widdly woo in this part?" And Andrew's like, "Okay,
lot
but
of
we're
it
in the
is.
key of this, and like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
what
give
notes
me
do you want
some
me to play? You know, the
context.
one that goes wow. But if I had to go back in time and tell my younger self before even doing any of this, it'd be just be confident, man. Just be yourself. If you can just be confident and do the thing, like, either people are gonna love you or they're not. And you hold your. I realized the only person standing in my way was me. And when I could get out of my own way, like, things really started happening. So just get out of your own fucking way, younger Scarlett. Just let it happen.
I'd be like, "You're all right. You're gonna meet
You're doing perfect.
You're gonna meet Dissentious one day.
You're gonna
not
sell a
be
guitar.
It's all falling
Guy.
into place.
and you're gonna
Change
play
this
guitar.
Cool
You're gonna-
thing.
You're gonna meet this guy named Brian on Grindr that plays drums.
We do other things besides music.
We're not. Hey, I think this is supposed to be like an all just show. We're not supposed to talk about the
You gotta pay for that.
subscribe to our Only Jams.
Holy
Only jams. Hold up. Don't talk too much about that.
Yeah,
It's a prototype.
that
the
is
making.
premium content. I'm out of partied a little less. Took things a little more seriously, but yeah, like Brian said, technique, practicing, like really honing in on that advanced stuff.
One thing that we were told a lot, and we kind of did it backwards than most bands, where we went out and we started playing a lot of shows. We had just came out, and the first thing we did when we came together was just start writing. I think we tried a couple covers, and we were more interested in writing. And so at the time we had a bass player. They were really wanting to push towards shows and stuff, so we started really trying to push towards shows. And then after we had played a couple shows, one thing I kept hearing from a few people was like, "Man, where's your recorded music, right?" And because we want to hear you now, like, and so I mean, I guess we could go back and flip it around, and we could have recorded first. But
You
then-
have to strategize
but then
things
again-
differently nowadays.
But then again, where we're at now, and like you said, you got to respect the journey. how we got to where we're at now
It started
wouldn't
as a
have happened.
hobby.
Wouldn't have happened,
Yeah.
and I don't even know if we would have met our producer that way. You know, like we made a lot of connections just going out and playing shows, just blinded with no music to sell to anybody.
Well,
You know, we were making
What-
some merch and stuff. We were trying to make a little money here, but we were really going out, just playing shows, trying to make great connections.
What's funny is how we made a lot of the connections that we did make was it all started with we competed in a battle of the bands, not this band as Dissentious, but another band that we were in. We competed in a battle of the bands put on by Artbeat Entertainment. And Artbeat Entertainment also puts on Spa City Rocktoberfest every year. Well, one year they put on the festival, and Trapped was headlining with an acoustic set. If anybody follows me on Facebook, I see the grin on your face. You know, I can't stand Chris Taylor Brown. I cannot stand him. So I went to the show holding a sign that said, "Headstrong, I'll suck you off," or whatever. I said, or whatever Chris Taylor Brown said. And on the back it said, "You suck," or something. I hate that guy, but I was respectful. I didn't just stand in the crowd and block people behind me. I said, and I have pictures of it too. I'll have to find them on Facebook and send them to you. I sat on the ground very politely and held this sign for this man. Anyway, and did the whole thing. And so that night was the night that I met Dean Eggis, who is the CEO and owner and founder of whatever Artbeat Entertainment. And that's really what like mashed my foot in the door, because I said, "Man, I love what you're doing for local music. How can I help make it better?" And he's like, "You know what? I've been really looking at some of these ideas and like bringing some people on board. And so like maybe we can collaborate. Like, here's your number." And it's funny because after the quote stunt, as some people pull it with me holding that sign to Chris Taylor Brown, they're like, "Oh, well, people said it was distasteful, and if it was their venue, they would have kicked you out." And it's like, that's funny because the guy that put it on basically offered me a job that night. So, and we still laugh about it. Me and Dean, we still laugh about it today. He's like, "Oh, yeah." And we found out that some random person in our friend group that I'd never even known at the time ended up with the sign, because I rolled up the sign and I left it on stage for Chris Taylor Brown to have, and somebody else took it. I don't know. It all started because I hated Trapped. So thanks, Chris Taylor Brown. You being an asshole like helped us, I guess.
Wouldn't change it for the world.
No.
Well, it's like we played like a series of like 6-7 shows last year. It wasn't much.
We got some really cool places.
But I mean, I was saying like towards the end of it, like some of the wildest statement I've ever heard in my life. We're going to get a show. We talked to these people like, "Yeah, we've heard of you." And it's like, where? Like, what?
It's like how we got
How?
a show at Maxine's. They were like,
spying
"Oh,
on
well, I
me?"
just heard of, I've heard of y'all guys. You know, heard you guys have like a really good reputation, so we wanted to book you in the venue." And I'm like 2 shows. What do you mean you've heard of us? What?
I had a little
Is
kid
this what
come
it's
up.
like to trend?
I had a little kid come up to me and ask me to sign his guitar, and I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I liked y'all's band." I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." I was like, "We are nobody. I will sign it."
I'll sign whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
It's like the first time I ever
I
got
couldn't
pulled
believe
off stage
that,
for
yeah.
an interview. It was for Mama Mary's Music Mayhem, and she's like, "Oh, come on, let's do an interview." And I did. I had the same reaction. I was like, "Wait, why?" I was like sweating to death and couldn't breathe. And she's like, "Because I have a podcast and I want to do the thing." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Totally caught off guard. Never once crossed my mind that anybody would want to like talk to me. So.
And like that guitar, how much does it cost? It's like 100. You're like, it's still 100.
It's gone down in value because
It's
I
actually
marked on it.
decreased in value. You should have left it stock. You learned a lesson.
It is mind-boggling that people, anybody that reaches out is like, "Man, that's cool." It is like,
Yeah, we had a guy from
like
Germany
real
message
life.
us and was like, "Hey, y'all are on my list, and I like y'all." He's like, "I'm ready to see what's going on in the future." I was like, "That's so weird."
Yeah, what blows my
We're
mind is
playing on the other side of the world.
yeah, we get to look at we distribute our stuff through a program called DistroKid, and it'll show us all of our analytics of like where all of our streams are coming from, and like people all over the world love Beautiful Disaster. And there's like a whole bunch of people in Germany, and like there's some people in China that are bumping us, and it's like people in
Are we
just
appealing to
random
German
countries.
metalheads?
It's like
No.
people in Australia.
you have to
Cancel.
do a show.
I don't want it. No. So there's a thing in Australia, I guess, for metal. I don't know if it's just metal musicians, but it's called a shoey. And one of these gross motherfuckers in the pit takes their nasty ass sweaty shoe off and throws it on stage and expects me, the singer, to chug a beer out of it. And I'm regretting. I'm dreading it because, like, of course I have to do it. I can't not do it. Like,
You'll be
I'm
banned.
gonna, but I'm gonna vomit probably right after, and then probably sing a song. So whoever has to play after us, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be vomit on the stage. It's gonna be there.
There will be puke.
You take a little piece of me home with you.
what was your first impression of everybody sitting here? Like, I want to know what your first thoughts were on
Sometimes
each other.
it's a little bit easier for us.
Yeah, you too.
Well, I've known
you
this
too.
guy since
You're like,
before I could remember
hated
anything.
him.
My,
So,
my
like-
first thought was, for one, oh man, I've been interviewed before. I can nail this. And then you started asking me like actual questions, and I'm like,
It's hard. It's like for me and him, it's definitely way different. We grew up together. I
you don't say.
This guy was in my earliest memories.
caused
So,
a
like-
lot. We caused a lot of havoc back in some days. But and then meeting her, not knowing she could sing, like we talked
It
about.
literally,
earlier.
yeah, it took 5 years.
It was 5 years before she even brought that to me. But we met Cord through selling the guitar, and
It's kind of just like, hey, do you smoke weed? Yeah. Do you play games? Yeah. Do you like
do you
metal?
like play?
Yeah.
Do you like metal
Okay.
music? Yeah,
Let's be
okay.
in a band.
Can you play guitar?
great
Let's be in a band.
That's exactly.
wanna
it's
hang out
a real
with me?
bros
Like,
club in
let's-
here.
Let's hang out and make cool
Yeah.
music. Like
Yeah.
let's make
pretty
groovy
much
sounds
it.
together.
I mean, and half the battle literally is finding the people in the band that you can get along with long enough to do
To
that.
actually make something.
You know,
Yeah,
if
that
you-
explains why we don't have a bass player too. We live out so far away; it's hard to find.
If one of you watching this right now, if you can play bass and you want to show up to practice in the middle of bum F nowhere,
Would you like the
Hit me
opportunity
up.
to
I
go
will
to the middle of
gladly-
Bumfuck, Arkansas?
I will gladly take away our onstage bass tracks for a live bass player. You just come to practice, baby. We
five
want
people,
you.
5 people instead of 4.
Yeah. That makes the setup
You
a little
want
bit.
you want minimal pay, way
have
too
somebody
many
in the
work
middle.
hours,
Got it.
and nothing to show for it. Dissentious is for you.
It's so expensive to travel or do anything now. It's so, I mean, and we live out in the middle of nowhere. So if we lived in the city, it's a lot easier just to run to your buddy's house
Right.
and practice and jam, do whatever
I mean,
you want to
shoot,
do.
you live the
but-
closest to us, and you're like 20 minutes away.
right.
Which 20 minutes is 20 miles.
20 minutes of highway driving.
Yeah.
This is 20 miles.
20 minutes at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. So it just works out. That's why it happens. So.
Mentioning that one of the hardest things is, at least whenever you're expanding the band, trying to find another member, or even for yourselves, the reason it works so well is you all are kind of in the same area. Has there been like any other like challenges for building the band and like making it is what it is today?
We need a van. We need a van. We need to, so unfortunately, because
As
we
soon as
do
can
live
travel,
where we
we'll be-
live,
we'll be good to go, I think.
and Arkansas, parts of Arkansas have a metal scene, but
Right.
predominantly, of course, we all know it. We're in the Bible Belt. Everybody
even
loves
metal.
classic rock. They love covers of all the
venues
pop
wanna hear
hits,
covers around here.
and they want country music.
and
And we don't do any of those things,
we would
so we
work
have
out
to
better
travel
in
a ways.
California, probably.
Yeah, if we
They want
if we
something
could
they've
have some
heard
freaking
or something that
transportation.
sounds like what they've heard before.
Currently, we're down to borrowing borrowing a family member's truck and renting a U-Haul.
We make it.
so that all of us can ride
We
together.
make it happen, though.
We
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
there.
We make it happen.
every
Making it
time.
happen.
But
That's
it,
what
that
matters.
would it's kind of a luxury for us at that point. That's what we're in the search for, is that way to comfortably get to a venue without us being cramped in something, and then you get out and you got to stretch for an hour, and to
We need
be
to
able
travel.
to
The
comfortably
truck that
get to
we have
something.
is so
Travel
uncomfortable.
State to state is
Yeah.
what we need to do,
Yeah.
and that's the best way I think to get your music out there. To me nowadays,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because there's a million people posting their stuff online. It's so
Right.
it's. I mean, I think
Flooded
you
ass
really
market.
need to get out there and get people to see you.
You got to get it
be
right in front of people's
people,
faces.
be
That
in
was-
front of new people.
And I was showing you guys that plot map that I was making too.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
see the gaps
the
in
gaps,
between
yeah.
where you
between
gotta
where
go.
you're at
We
and where
live
you gotta
in the
go.
worst place for our
Yeah,
genre
that
of
sucks.
music.
And on top of
Like,
that,
Once we're able to travel, though, we'll be good.
And you would think
I
the
think so
scheduling
as
wouldn't be
well.
that bad. Okay, you'll just do this day, but then you think about when live music happens. When is it? Thursday, Friday,
Yeah, you got the
Saturday.
end of the
So
week-
you got
into the
3
weekend
days
that you gotta
can
make it
book,
happen.
but then you got to travel. You got 4 days. You got to find something to do. Those
Yeah.
3 days.
We're gonna be in the
That's
back
why.
of Home Depot.
That's why we ended up. That's why you and I ended up.
setting drywall.
That's why you and I ended up seeing Whitechapel on my birthday last year
Yeah.
on a Tuesday
on a
night.
Tuesday.
But
But plugging in those off days, being able to travel, that's one of the biggest obstacles. Trying to figure out where you can make money and when you're losing money on tour because you're just traveling, you're not playing.
Yeah.
We
You
feel
gotta-
like people are liking the shows. I mean, they're buying
Oh, yeah.
merch and
yeah, but where do you see anybody play a Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well,
show.
we don't need to play in Arkansas anywhere. We need,
That's a fact.
we need to play elsewhere, and I think we would do a lot better. But I'm surprised at how well we do when we do play places.
We got 4 or 5 great venues that we've been playing. Like trying to get back to Stickies, and the Rev Room's really good. Full Moon Records has been good to us.
Man, even when we played Mountain Home, there was a couple folks that said they showed up specifically to watch us play. And I'm like, I didn't know we
name's
had
getting out
anybody
there
this
somewhere.
far north that cared,
Yeah.
you know?
Northwest Arkansas is probably the only real area that's garnering any kind of traction for anything outside of, like what you said, classic rock, country, that kind of stuff. It just has, you have the college
We're in the wrong
and
band.
Fayetteville. You have the college in Fayetteville.
Turns out
you
I
have
need to throw on my southern twang.
You have
You're
more and more
beautiful,
people.
disaster.
You have more and
I
more
never
people
meant to
moving
watch you
there
drown.
for Walmart, and so there's just more opportunities and more just different kinds of people.
And they brought the amphitheater in the last couple
That's
of years
true,
now, and
yeah.
that's helping a lot with bringing shows.
That's a
Because
really
before
rad
that, it was
venue.
like Little Rock was where what is it now, Simmons Arena or whatever. It used to be
Bank Arena?
Alltel. It used to be Verizon. That was like the place where national acts used to come.
Right.
And they've kind of moved
it to,
the
yeah,
amphitheater
Rogers.
now.
Crime in Little Rock got really
Yeah,
bad. Nobody
crime
wants
is
to book in Little Rock.
terrible.
Yeah.
Shoot, even
get
9 times out of
carjacked,
10, I see my
robbed in
favorite
parking
metal
lot.
bands, and they'll post, their tour dates. They never come to
Yeah, they're
Arkansas.
not
They
going
won't
there.
come to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Dude, back in
Rob Zombie won't.
the late 80s, the late 90s, early 2000s, actually, turns out Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson came and played at, I guess, what was at the time the Alltel Arena, whatever, what's
Edgefest.
now.
I
Oh,
think
was it
I
Edgefest?
want to say it was Edgefest.
And Arkansas deemed them too satanic and said that they weren't allowed to play there.
Banned them from coming back.
So it was years before either of the, and Marilyn Manson still has never freaking played here in Arkansas, but we got to see Rob Zombie up in Rogers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
Damn.
during a lunar eclipse, and
That
that
was
was
pretty cool.
super cool.
That was a
You ever
cool show.
heard Rob Zombie sing "More Human Than Human" while the freaking moon is
That's
eclipsing?
pretty cool.
I figured the world would split.
And
And, like the hand would come out.
Cthulhu.
Alice,
Well, according to
Alice Cooper headlined, and
according
that
to
was
the
a super dope
tabloids
show.
of Arkansas, that is what happened.
That's what I
What are you talking about? That did happen.
So I've got kind of a harder hitting one here.
R&R.
So for you guys, for any of you sitting here, have you ever considered quitting this band?
Never. I've considered firing people. I've never considered quitting. And by people, I mean, they're not in this band anymore anyway. But no, not once. I've never thought about quitting. I don't know.
I mean,
you?
I've had my
You
struggles.
thought about it?
I mean, no. I mean, I have 3 kids, and these guys don't have any. And, like, I have a lot more responsibility and shit that I have to take care of at home. And sometimes my old lady drives me crazy. And I feel like, I need to do what I need to do. But I make this thing work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's...
Man,
I don't...
props to you.
I don't...
You do. You really
Yeah.
freaking do.
Yeah.
You got way too much going on.
You've got
you
a lot
still
on your
show up
plate
to
and
every
you're still-
practice, every show. Freaking. If I could give out an MVP award
So I
at
mean,
every
I
show,
like,
you'd get
I like
one.
doing it. So I mean, it's fun to get out and go play shows with y'all, and it's the
And
only
you're
time
good at
I really
it.
get out to get to do anything. You know.
So
what I
if we
mean?
go on tour, you be able to hop on the bus with us, or do we got to find a fill-in?
We got a bus.
I hate to put you on the spot in front of a camera.
That's
This is
the
saying that
plan.
we have a bus.
I mean, that's the,
Yeah. He's like, where's the
Where's
bus
the
coming
bus
from?
at? You bought a bus? You didn't tell me about it?
That's
No,
the-
this is record label that's trying to sign us. They'll give us a
That's
bus.
the plan. I mean,
But
Friggin'
I mean,
Yeah, cheers to that. for
probably
real.
probably the worst time that I've had here recently with it is we were putting out this EP, and everything that could go wrong this last week went wrong.
oh my god,
Our
everything.
CD drivers went out. We couldn't burn CDs anymore.
We had to buy a whole new external disk drive.
You know,
One of the screens that we have to use to screen
print
print our larger
went
shirts
out.
blew out. We still have to burn that screen, and it's sitting in there waiting to be burned in. I tried to print the EP art, and
by the way,
and
she doesn't want to quit the band. She really likes it.
freaking, yeah, no, went off on a whole freaking tangent. That was your fault.
It's not really ever been
What
about
I'm
the
saying
band
was
for
that
me.
was
Just
the
get caught.
closest. That was the closest point for me was like when we were really trying to wrap up this EP and really trying to get everything
never wanted
out
to
this
quit.
last week. Not that I wanted to quit, but it was one of the most frustrating times. Everything else has been really good. We go in,
When you're in it too, like that can be different. Like in the moment, you're like, I just don't want to do this.
well, we're tired,
right now.
working
anymore.
every day,
I'm so
coming
tired of
in.
work.
I do understand why good bands quit though. Like some really good bands I like they'll take off, they'll get on. They were like, doing huge and then just quit. And like I see why. I'm like, cause something didn't
very
align.
stressful.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It all
It's a
has
lot.
to perfectly align together to do it. Yeah.
Especially, I've seen a lot of big bands talk about, hey, I'm gonna step aside from touring because, like, I miss my family. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I have a wife and kids and all this kind of stuff at home. Like, I just kind of want to spend some time with them and be at home.
It can be
But if
stressful.
someone
all
wants to
around.
pay me enough money, I will do the sacrifice that I need to do. Let's do it.
Hey, record labels and sponsors. Dissentious.
His biggest
walk
thing
home
is there's
to a
not a
small
lot of
mansion.
opportunity around here. Like,
maybe
you got a
one
lot of
Lamborghini.
dead-end jobs around
That's it.
here. That's
That's
about
all
it.
I
And
have.
then,
you have.
and then your wife can't complain.
Stay
No.
here to be in the band, but
What's she
there's
gonna do?
nothing
Cry
else
from
to
a
do.
Bentley?
Wipe your tears with $100 bills.
With $100, yeah,
No,
just
I
like-
don't ever think it'll happen.
What-
But it could, you
What
never
about you, Andrew? Have
As I
you-
said, like, it's never been so much about the band. It's just kind of living in a kind of black hole out there. There's not a lot of things to do. There's not a lot of opportunity, really. But
and
being in the
especially
band
for-
keeps me here to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And so it gets hard sometimes, but I would never quit.
To probably expand on that, I feel like it's a lot of our therapy as all four of us.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a therapy
They're paying us
For
to
us-
yell
Can't afford
at a crowd.
to be able to let it all out and do the thing. You know,
Yeah.
as I talked earlier, like I said, I quit playing music for like 4 years, and that was some of the hardest times that I had mentally because I didn't have that outlet. I didn't have that thing that was happening. So even some of it, even if nothing happens from any of it, some of it's just therapy for us to do.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful that you can use it as both an outlet for like artistry, but also as something that's, letting you get out those inner demons and take care of those in a healthy way.
Yeah.
At least a more healthy way.
But artistic,
There is no high like being on stage and getting done with a song and hit the note and everyone's just like, yeah, and the whole crowd's just like, woo. It's like, whoa, like that's better than any high I've ever gotten from any.
It is weird.
From any drug I've ever
adrenaline
taken.
and rush, I guess.
Yeah,
It's-
just
Yeah. When I play,
It's
I
an
guess
immaculate
from when
feeling.
I step on stage, like no memory of anything or thought goes through my brain other than
exists
playing
except that moment.
Except
moment.
that what I'm doing right then. It's like so nice to just free your brain for a second. My favorite thing is that kick drum. I love really hearing that. Like when you go to concerts, you just hear that doom doom. It hits you, and like when you play on stage, you feel that and you hear that, and you can feel the. When you palm mute on an amplifier, you can feel that, and I really like hearing and feeling all that when I'm on stage. Half the time you can't see the crowd because of the lights or anything, but most people seem to enjoy it. But my favorite thing on stage, definitely hearing the live sound, feeling it, feeling the bass, the drum, the kick, because you get all that enhanced, big ass speakers, and subs. You can really feel it, so that's probably my favorite thing about playing live, for sure.
There's no greater feeling than doing sound check, and you're just kicking your bass drum.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
dry.
you just feel it right in
it's
your
dry,
chest, and you're like,
And all
oh,
of
my
a sudden it
soul.
triggers through and it goes boom like
Yeah.
a cat. And you're like, oh.
When I hear that live or
Like,
just
so
playing it,
it's-
I
that's
just
fun.
I feel
Oh
it.
man, it puts like a fire under my ass like nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, like we're gonna do this. Like, holy shit.
Get your
Like,
heart moving, get
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Whole world gets quiet so we can get loud.
So we'll move on from that a little bit. We'll kind of switch over to like y'all's creative process. So talking on like how the songs come to life, how does that typically work? As she
I just
takes a
answered
drink.
this question. I just answered
last
this
night
question
or the
on
night
Sunday
before.
at a battle of the bands that I judged for and Brian runs sound for. Somebody asked me the exact same thing. They were like, "Hey, well, what's your guys' creative process?" And I was super honest. We come in to hang out. We probably smoke a bowl, drink a couple beers, and either Andrew or Cord will just start playing some cool ass freaking riff, and then Brian will go, "Okay," and then he'll start adding some drums to it. and they'll do it a couple times over and over, and I'll listen to it, and I'll listen to it, and I'll go, oh, okay, I got this vocal melody that I could do, and I'll start, like, just humming some vocal melody, and then just start writing lyrics as they come to me. There's no...
So most people...
I don't believe in forcing the writing process. I've had people like, well, you know, when you guys sit down and just write a song, like, what do? I'm like, well, for one, we've never come to practice with the intention of writing a song. I don't think forced art makes for very good art, honestly. Some of the best stuff we've written has been in, like, literally one session. And freaking Beautiful Disaster was that way. We brought Cord in, and Cord started playing a riff and doing the thing, and Andrew's like, oh man, yeah, I could put this cool lead over it, and Brian's like, yeah, let me put some drums, and I'm like, what else can I say? I'm a Beautiful Disaster. And then now, like, that's so...
And then you give
I
it
don't
to
believe
the
in forced
producer,
music.
and then he kind of does what he wants
His
to with
thing
it,
with
and changes it a little bit, adds some things in there, and it's
Yeah,
pretty
but we
much,
never,
how
like
it
she said,
goes.
there's never an intention of coming in and, hey, we're writing a song today.
Right.
All that stuff literally...
It's usually just riffs.
Most-
Yeah, I mean,
most-
that's what it comes
Most
down
of the
to.
riff,
Starts
yeah,
with a riff.
it comes with the
like-
guitar players most of the time, how it starts. And these guys have been holding on to riffs for 10,
Years.
15 years. And they'll, oh, hey, this riff, I've been playing forever. It's like, well, why haven't you shown
Well,
me this?
haven't you played this in practice?
You know, but like, it's that right there. It's not something you can pre-plan or, you know, especially as an artist, these two guys as guitar players, great guitar players, coming up with these insane riffs to where they've been holding on to this riff for 10, 15 years. But now's the time to let it go. We just made a song not too long ago in the studio where Robin was like, hey, I just want to make a song in the studio. Because we've normally been bringing him songs we've already finished, or at least we've got a really good idea of what we want to do with them. And he'll help us a little bit maybe if we need it. But most of the time we've kind of got a full song, full lyrics, full riffs, full drums. We'll bring it to him in recording. But we did not too long ago, we went in there and it was just a guitar riff. He just said, just start throwing me some stuff.
Yeah, he said, throw me some guitar riffs, and Andrew was just playing around, and he's like, oh, well, here's this song, and he goes, oh, no, play me another one. He's like, okay, what about this? He's like, oh, no, play me another one, and he started another riff, and he went, that one.
But that riff, me and you have been jamming to for
a little while now, yeah.
5 years or more,
Just
maybe,
could never
probably.
figure out how to
And we just been working
build
with it.
it.
We never made it into a song, but that day, we made it into a song.
And it's
And
going
me
to
and
be a release
Andrew-
very soon. I can't
I
tell
think
you
me
when,
and
because I
Andrew
don't know
are pretty
when.
good at, like, I'll throw out a rhythm and he can throw out a lead, or he'll have a rhythm and I'll have like a harmony to it. You never know what two guitar players can put together because it's always going to be something different.
That's a
He
fact.
can play a rhythm on a song that's been played a million times, but whatever I harmonize to it, whatever her lyrics are, and whatever his drums is going to change the song.
Completely change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually it's just all four of us thrown together, all this shit.
But I do have
Wait.
to give it to you guys. You guys start it with a guitar most of the time.
Yeah.
We
Most of the time, it
We
starts
don't ever
with a-
start off on a drum or a,
Yeah,
We,
like,
uh,
no one makes a
melody.
song
or
for the
vocal
drummer.
melody. No, we
It's
like
usually-
to
We're-
what
we
is
like
it
to
the kids
improv,
say?
too, yeah.
We like to fuck around and then find out.
Pretty much, yeah.
But in a
That's good way
musical
to put it.
sense. So
Me and Andrew can usually just jam, like, we could jam for an hour straight, honestly, just on back and forth with him throwing in drums. So, I mean, usually we can just clip something out of that, or, oh, this cool, whatever, put this here, and let's make a song out of this. Is usually how everything,
So I just like to pick a key, pick a mode, and start playing. Like,
pretty much, yeah.
I
And I
think
have
that's
no
really
clue
cool.
what I'm playing. I just play, and then he'll figure it out. So-
You'll figure it out.
you're on this.
Well, I'll be honest-
You're on this fret, homie.
Well, I'll be honest with you, the song really doesn't actually start to take shape until she adds the melody to it.
That
And
changes
then we can
everything,
actually
too, yeah.
start building what is actually a song. We have ideas of, we've been jamming this riff that goes into this riff. Well, we don't know if that's a chorus. We don't know if that's a verse. We just know we have this cool thing that's going together.
Yeah.
And then when she comes in with some words and adds the melody, then we can go, oh, that's a chorus. Oh,
And it could
that's
change
a verse.
something a little bit.
And this-
too,
yeah, it might start to
her
change
lyrics may
this-
change the way I play the guitar riff sometimes.
There's even a
for some
couple
reason.
of licks that Brian and Andrew have been playing on for probably freaking years now that are like, can you come up with a melody to this? And I'm like,
She still can't come up with a melody.
no, I can't. I'm sorry, because like some of it'll be pretty heavy, and I'm like, well, I can hear like a really screaming ass verse, but I don't scream, so I can't do that, and I don't know how to fill that space.
Understandable.
That's
So-
where our producer Rob really helps a lot, because he'll be like, "Oh, okay, well, what about this melody?" And he'll like play something on his piano or on the guitar or whatever. Well, what if you sang it this way? And it's like,
Anybody you add differently is going to change the shape of the sound of anything. You can have 10 different producers produce the same band, and it's going to sound
completely different. Yeah.
And we've stumbled into our realm with Robin where we all work really well together. We've found that chemistry. When we come in, he trusts
"Oh, I
us.
love Rob."
We trust him. We work together. Instead of, I've seen some bands back in the day, and I've heard the horror stories and seen the documentaries of bands fighting a
with
producer,
each other,
or
yeah.
a producer fighting a band.
Hey Rob, if you're watching this, we absolutely love and
best.
adore you, you cutie patootie. We love you.
I wouldn't
It's
call
not
it
like
that.
we haven't butted heads before. I mean, it'll
Yeah,
be-
yeah. It was
Oh,
always
no, he just
creative
pissed me
differences.
off.
It's always gonna be
Oh,
creative
so tell me
differences,
about
so.
that real quick.
Well,
What's
it's one of those things where in art you have to be objective, right?
yeah, whenever you're standing back.
You have to stand back from, and then we have to be reminded as artists, hey, you think that thing that you're doing is really cool, but it's really not. And you have to have someone tell you that, and then respect that and go, okay, that's pretty cool. Or, it is a difference in art. Some people don't like this art. Some people do like this art. And we've gone back and forth on this last song, The One.
Okay.
There was, in the beginning, when it comes in, there was a different synth part that we started with. And the
Oh
rest-
yeah, we used to
and
have
the
a whole different
And
intro.
the rest of the band did not like it. I was one.
Brad loved it.
Me and Rob were the only one that liked it.
Only ones
And
digging
everyone's
it.
like, "Oh, I don't like
the
that."
whole
at all."
band, we were
So
like,
we changed it.
We do
No.
a majority vote usually. If
But we
all
changed
kinda
it. It was
agree,
just
then
A
we're
little
like,
too
yeah,
8-bitty, you know?
It was 3-2 on that one. Me and Rob said, "Hey, maybe we're wrong. Maybe
Yeah,
we
we all agree.
we thought we liked this, but if you guys like this more, then we'll do that." And we
But that is a part of the process, like that you
And
are
you
going
have
to have
because
those.
if you get shut down every single time you say something, you're not going to want to be in the band
No,
anymore. So
yeah. And you
everybody
need to
has
be able to speak
Yeah, we
your
go to
piece.
majority vote.
Everybody,
Yeah.
you
We
know,
We
it's
try to
like,
be a democracy.
maybe if you did something I didn't like last time, be like, okay, dude, I'm gonna do this shit, and you're not gonna like it, but you're gonna play it. Okay?
And I'm sure there's gonna be, there's even been, I'm sure there's gonna be some times where like
Yeah.
I'll sing a part, do a thing, or even so specifically with The One, the original chorus that we wrote had an entirely different melody. It was completely different. Even lyrics were different.
Yep.
Because instead of saying, you dream of me as you come undone, my original lyric was, you dream of me as you listen to these riffs. But because he told us, he was like, hey, this melody's great. He said, but it's too similar to the verses. We need to do something a little bit different in the chorus to really hook people in.
Right.
He's like, well, what about this vocal melody? And he did the whole thing. And I was like, okay. And he's like, and to make it match the melody, what if we changed as you listen to these riffs to, you dream of me as you come undone? And at first, I was a little offended. I was a little upset. I was like,
It hits
man.
harder.
Like
Pass
I
it on
love
down the line. You can give it to Andrew.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I love that line. I love the way that I sing it. And then
Thank you.
we got the
Everybody
new,
touch it.
Yeah.
and then we
wrap my
No,
hands
no, no.
all
and then we got the new
Can I
and then we
touch
got the new vocal
Only
melody
touch
and
the
stuff
sides
in
of
with the
the
new
camera.
words, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is way freaking better. And
And the
turns
ho-
out it worked.
and the crazy thing about that is now we can't even imagine it any other way.
I don't remember how I sang it originally. I just remember that one line is different.
Just that's cool. Unless
But,
you need one. Are you good?
This segment is
I'll
brought
take
to
Here,
you by
give him
beer.
that.
I'm not.
Sponsor.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sponsor.
Yeah,
Sponsor.
I really-
there you go.
Okay. No, I wanna hand it to you like this.
No, just stick the tongue. Hey, go.
Don't forget to spit.
I hate to be that guy, but I really have to pee.
We're good. We'll keep it going. So, kind of following up on like what you were saying about the disagreements with The One and like how you guys kind of felt differently. Has there ever been a song that you guys play individually that each of you like dislike the most? Like, is there one you don't really like that much, or?
I honestly love everything we put out. Not to sound, like conceited or anything, but I love everything that we do.
Wouldn't play?
So, like,
Yeah.
not that I don't like the song, but some things we've been playing for a while come from different bands that doesn't exactly fit with
Real
what
as
we
Dude,
much.
I can't
wanna go,
imagine
yeah.
how bored Rob Zombie is of playing
Yeah,
Dracula
you get
or
bored of
Living
playing
Dead
songs,
Girl.
but-
He's been playing that shit for like
I like
40
what we play,
years.
yeah.
It's one of those things where like we still like all the songs. we've been playing more. Like he said, there's some little behind the scenes there. Yeah, I gave you my password for the router. That was Stentorian. Some of the songs we brought from
our
that
first
band into Dissentious and kind of revised or whatever.
The
And
Siren and
Siren and Monster and
Here I Am.
Am.
All unreleased.
We brought those from another band into this band, and of course, me and him have been playing them for like some years now. So it's like, it's not that we're tired of them or they're bad songs, but we have played those a few times, you know. So, and like he said, we're still also trying to figure out how that song actually fits into this band.
So on a more individual level, a few questions I have for you guys. For you, your vocal style, what would you say that comes from? Like, is it a
oh my, it's always such a hard question, to
right?
answer.
So is this a build up from like just I mean, is there anything that you're trying to emulate, or are you just trying to be 100% you? Is there something you probably follow that you don't even think you're following?
So as somebody who's grown up mostly undiagnosed from like ADHD and a touch of some autism, it turns out, typically I've tried to emulate all of my favorite singers because that's all I ever had to go off of was to just copy them and do the thing. And it's been really interesting, and I'm sure any other like physical artist can agree with this, is that, you know, you grow up learning all these things and how to sing a certain way or how to draw or paint a certain way, and it's like, you know, it's always emulated off of somebody else until it's like, okay, so show me your art. It's like, I've never really had a chance to make my own art, so it's been interesting. I don't try to necessarily, when I sing, emulate anybody, unless we're doing like a cover. So like we did Love is a Battlefield. I tried my best, and I think I did her justice to do Pat Benatar something, you know. Her song was already incredible. We just wanted to make it a little more modern, add some more double bass, make it a little faster, some chuggier riffs, you know. So I guess back in the day I used to try to emulate some people, but at this point I'm trying to find my own thing.
Yeah. So with Love is a Battlefield, I did want to say after you released it, so I've actually listened to some other people that have covered it.
Yeah.
Y'all's is by far the best. And I think I personally prefer your versions to Pat Benatar's.
Oh, yeah, and we actually heard that not too long ago too.
Yeah, from Joe.
Yeah.
Joe told me, he said, "Look, I used to hate that song because
I didn't
he's like
love
in
it.
his
It was
he's like
a
in his
song
50s.
that was okay,
He's an
and
older
then-
kind of gentleman or whatever. He's like in his 50s. It's like, man, I remember when that song came out. He said, and I couldn't stand that song. He said, but then I heard your cover. He said, and I love that song all over again. Also, frickin' Joe Glacier, here's to you. I love you, homie."
And there was like some pretty big bands that actually did that song too. Like Amity Affliction was one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. I actually listened to that version.
They had a
Didn't care
cool
for it.
version. It was a cool version for their style or whatever, but
They didn't do much to really change it. I mean,
No.
they did, but they didn't.
exactly. Well, they put it in their style. But you know, not to say like we definitely won't toot our own horns and say ours
Love
is the
Alien
best, but
Affliction.
it was one of those things to try to make the Dissentious version.
Yeah.
This is the
I
Dissentious
think
version.
dropping the tuning and speeding it up just a smidge really helped out the song.
Yeah. We're going to bring it back to each of your independent styles, your inspirations. Like what was the biggest inspiration for you guys as guitar players, for you as a bassist, and what makes you, or bassist as a drummer, and then what is like maybe why do you love that instrument if you love it? I think you guys love it, right?
Who wants to start that one?
Andrew can start.
Like,
Let's
give me
go
a
this
minute.
way.
Well, I mean, for starters, like my big inspirations are things like the riffiness and melodicness of like Breaking Benjamin and like into Killswitch
Riffiness.
Engage.
I like that term.
You know, really speaking a lot with the guitars behind what's going on, and then like I like drift to guitar to be able to try to write in that aspect.
Cool.
And it really comes down to like guitar is a better writing tool than bass, and so that's where you do
Yeah,
most
that's
of
your
your
like Primus maybe.
As far as
Then you write bass riffs.
as far as drums, I mean, there's tons. Breaking Benjamin's second drummer, I don't even think it was their original drummer, but Chad, he was a great inspiration. Vince Sevenfold with the Rev era. Not that I'm anywhere close to his level, but like that style, a style that he had was just untouched, I guess. Especially for that time back in the 2000s. I was really latching on to a lot of that, melodic metal, Killswitch Engage, things like that, that just kind of shaped that drumming aspect, I guess. Yeah.
I just like it loud and heavy and really chuggy. I like a lot of chug riffs and squeals, and I like to make a lot of noise on the guitar, so that's...
I love how we drove to Mountain Home this last weekend, and we put your playlist on the car, and it was basically almost the exact same playlist that we always jam to.
Yeah,
It helps out when your bandmates have the same taste in
Yeah, it
music.
is nice if everybody likes the same music and you're kind of like on the same page about it.
Who's a guitar player that you latched on to, though?
I don't know. Probably, I really like Dimebag Darrell. He was probably one of my bigger influences. I don't lead or solo, but I respect him.
He had a great tone.
As a
He was
guitar
also a
player. Yeah, just
phenomenal
loud
performer.
and nasty and just making noises. That's how I like it on the guitar. So I don't know notes or any type of scales or any musical theory at all.
You know it as we're in the key of the 3rd fret.
I just everything by ear. That's how I am. So I try not to stay in one, pattern. I just try to mix it up as much as I can. Different
When
tunings
worlds
and-
collide.
It's
Very
like
Grateful
worlds
Dead. Very
collide.
Grateful Dead there. How many times can I make an E on this guitar?
But I grew up with Korn and Limp Bizkit and all them, and new metal
Oh,
and
new metal.
7 strings, and I usually play 6 string, and he mainly plays 7 string, and I switch back. I go back and forth between 7 and 6, but just anything, whatever makes noise, low tuning, loud amps. I mean, that's what I'm about. So anything high, energetic,
Fair enough.
I love you, homie.
Well, it sounds like each of you bring a different, even though you are all fans of like the same kind of music and the same, part of, the music business, you each have like different like little tastes and interests within it that help bring something to the band that, you don't have to be as in tune with like the actual music theory because he's coming in with a different kind of perspective with the melodic side of it. So you have your chugs. He has a beautiful melody to put over it, and he's got some kick-ass drums in the back, and you just have to put some kind of
so it usually comes together pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
You nailed it.
pretty cool.
That's how we write music.
You take all the little
Hopefully
paintbrushes and you
people
paint
like
a
it.
picture.
Yeah, creates
People seem to like it, so we'll keep doing it, I guess.
So, and speaking on like, people liking it, where was the moment that you guys really felt this is coming together? I know you're still kind of in the process of like building a bigger audience and whatnot, but where did you finally be like, man, this is kind of doing good?
I'm not gonna lie. Our
What?
latest show, we just played Mountain Home, Arkansas. What was it, last weekend?
Yep.
Yeah, we just played Mountain Home at a place called Legends Nightclub and Venue. Awesome place, by the way. If you're an artist, go freaking play there. Their stage is amazing.
Cool people.
Their sound guy's
Great
awesome.
stage.
The owner,
Yeah, it's a cool place.
she's awesome. And they take care of you. Go freaking book there. But it was Legends because we had a couple come up to the merch table. It was an older gentleman and his wife, and he was like, "Hey, we came here specifically to see your band." And I'm like, "We're like over 4 hours away from home. What do you mean you specifically made a date night
Yeah.
trip to come see us?
Never
Like,
gonna
we were
know
your
who's gonna
date
be
night?
there."
Like, Brian and I's date night is to go see like freaking Nothing More or Wage War or freaking Whitechapel or something. Like, you mean Dissentious was your date night? That literally this last weekend was probably the time that I was
Well, it
like,
probably took her that long.
okay, we got some cool stuff.
But I think I think some of us for the first time was the first show that we played where we took merch and then people bought the merch.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it was for
And
me.
it's one of those
Because I
things.
was like,
I
people are
want
not
your
gonna
shirt.
buy
And it's like,
no
we
one's
told-
gonna buy our shit.
Yeah,
And
we told Cool, we're like, we're gonna make some
they
merch for
bought
this
it,
next
and
show.
I was like, what?
They're like,
I
oh,
was
no
like,
one's
you
gonna
put
buy
like
that.
our
It's like,
stuff?
well, if we won't know until we make it and until we go try it, right?
They
You
surprised
never
me.
know what it's gonna do. And then I think
Make more merch.
we kind
Sell.
I think a lot
Sell.
a lot of our like mind changed when
we
people
have
came
nearly
up and started.
sold out of merch every show that we've played.
Yeah.
With the exception of this last one.
Yeah.
But, like, we
Yeah.
did a really big merch run this last time around. I mean,
And it always
shoot,
depends on where you play.
you,
The
you,
crowd.
you've seen
is
them, they're
like-
up around everywhere, but,
But the kind of idea of when you think,
yeah,
or
when
you
people
get
were
the
like, I
notion-
want your shirt, I want your set list, will you sign this
Yeah.
set list? I'm like,
that's kind, yeah.
okay,
I haven't
so
got to
now
sign
we
any boobies
pre-sign
yet,
them
so
all, because I'm tired of
that's a thing.
tracking the band down, but
You're like goals.
I got goals for signing some boobs one day.
dude, samesies!
Make it happen.
I will know that I'm gonna be like, so if I ever go to my first show and some chick flashes me her boobs, I'm gonna be just like that viral
I've made
picture
it.
of Post Malone that was like, that's gonna be me. Like, oh yes, boobies.
And another thing
Yes!
is too, like I don't really think I'm like the greatest guitar player in the world, but it's so weird. I always have like usually every show I'll have some guy come up to me and tell me they remind me of somebody or tell me something, and I'm just like, oh thanks, you know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
there
so
was-
it's kind of inspirational, I guess. You know, just when people tell you they like you, you want to keep doing it. So
You just reminded me to add, I went to the Rev Room in Little Rock for the first time ever. My very first time at the Rev Room. I went with one of my best friends. We went to go see the band Arkansas. They're a bluegrass band, and they're absolutely phenomenal. So I went to the Rev Room, and we're taking a break in between bands, right? And I'm outside, and I've had a couple beers, so I'm smoking a cigarette. And this random person walks by, and he's walking by me, and he stops. And he looks at me, and he goes, "You're Scarlet Moon from Dissentious."
we've had that happen a couple
And I'm like,
times, yeah.
I am. I'm very much she. And he was like, "Oh, dude, it's really nice to meet you. Like, I love your music." And I was like, "Hey, can we like take a selfie so I can post it?" And he said, actually no, because I lied to my baby mama about where I was tonight, and I'm on my way to the bar.
For the fans!
And I was like, say no more, fam. Like, thank you. You know, have a wonderful night. Like, I appreciate that. But
You're coming
just
to the
walking
next
by,
show,
just this
right?
random guy. I'm just out on the street
Turn it
fucking
into
smoking
a
a
threat.
cigarette. This guy walks by me and he stops. He's like,
The night we were taking the picture of all four of us, we were getting to the park where there was a bunch of people at.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, "Hey man, how's it going? Y'all are Dissentious," and we thought he was the photographer. And then he's like, "Well, guys, it was nice to meet y'all." He's like, "I know y'all."
And then he
fan."
walked off,
He
and we're
walked
like-
off, and we're like, and then the photographer walked
yeah,
off.
it was
Hey guys,
literally
I'm the
just-
photographer, and I was like, "Who the fuck was that guy?"
Is there at least something that you would say there's an accomplishment or a level of something that you've done that you're the most happy with, whether that's a riff you've created or anything like that?
We were talking outside. I've always said, I know that I have made it as a lyricist, as a front person, as a vocalist, when at least one person tells me our music made them feel not alone and helped them through a night. My baby sister, when Beautiful Disaster came out, she had called me one night and she said, "I was having a really, really rough night," she said, "but I just kept listening to your song on repeat." She said, and it gave me the will to keep going. And I cried. I cried when she told me that. And I was like, I'm successful as an artist for that. I don't care if we don't ever make it super big or do the thing. I've always said, if our music can help one person make it through the night and know that there's a brighter day ahead, then we're successful. That's all I've ever wanted. Because that's the reason I got into music. It's because, like, 3 Days
makes you
Grace
feel.
specifically helped me through some shit in high school, dude. Like, so if I can provide that same comfort to somebody else, even if it's just one person, I've done my job.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, just having people Well, you know, we've got 5 songs out now? 5 songs? Yeah. And 3 or 4 of, at least specifically, the last 2 that we've released, gotten personal messages of like, hey, man, when I heard this, like, it helped me through this. And that's like what she said, you know, when we started listening to music, that's what we got into. We listened to music, it helped us. If we're making music, the thing is, if you get on stage and you play a song, we're playing it for one reason, or maybe 4 reasons. Maybe there's 4 different reasons why we're playing that song. But there's people singing it back for 1,000 different reasons.
Right.
Because it connects to them in a whole different way. So that's what art is. That's exactly what art is objective. You throw it out there, everyone throws it back at you in whatever way that they respond to it.
They all have their subjective experiences.
Exactly.
You put it out objectively how you intended, but all of these people have different experiences that it resonates with them in different ways.
Yeah.
It's been so cool. We played Stickies, like 2 months ago now? And so we opened up for our producer's band. They're called Dark from Day One.
Check them out.
Them out. They got a lot.
Plug.
They got lots of stuff released. Anyway, so his girlfriend, the entire time I was on stage singing, she was right front and center, just like singing my words back to me. And
Or she's been like,
she's
And they're mixing and she's listening to it for
listen
hours
to all of
a
our
day.
songs. So of course she knows all the words, but the entire time I was singing anything that we had released, she was just like full, just doing the
Giving
thing
you
back at me,
everything.
and it indescribable how I felt.
yeah.
I'm just glad that our art is touching somebody else in the same way that it touched us.
Yeah.
I don't even say that to try to be likable.
I mean, mine's
or whatever.
like being
I
able to
just
go
mean that.
into the studio, be able to build these songs, and then people be interested in them is wild to me. But I mean, I like our
Like,
stuff.
you like
but,
this
you
little
know,
silly shit that we're doing? Whoa, okay.
I'm
That's
not
completely
used to
fair.
being
Keep doing
in the
it.
center of attention.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, it's weird to go from that kid that was bullied constantly to that kid that's like, hey, you're really cool. It's like,
The imposter syndrome
right.
maybe
right.
starts
I mean,
to
that's
creep in.
definitely
Talks
part
about
of
it all
it.
the
it's
Yeah.
bad. I have imposter syndrome. Bad.
You're like,
Bad,
I'm
It's like,
just
I'm-
doing what I know how to do. Why does anyone like it?
It's like, I'm literally carpet dust. Like, what do you mean?
But being
Cool
able to
all
just
my
go,
life.
yeah, we all know. We all know.
just being able to
Mr.
go
Cool
in and
Kid
build the
right
songs
here.
in itself is amazing.
I don't know what that's like.
What's that like? You fucking
It's the
asshole?
cool older brother with the nerdy little brother. I got it twice as hard from the
Hey,
people in my
cheers for being
class
the
and then
person
people-
that everybody like dared to ask out, and then was like, "Oh, I just asked you out on a dare." Yeah, you guys.
You
wouldn't
know
know anything
that
about
that
would you?
happened to me once.
Fucking
That's-
nerds. It happened to me. It's heartbreaking. Anyway,
It's like thanks, thanks.
that's okay, homie.
Appreciate that.
We're
Side segment.
We're two
That was
nerds
a
in the
really
same
cool
boat.
thing you just did there.
That's great.
Anywho,
You want to break a silence? She
Is
will.
that like any port in a storm kind of thing? Court,
We're gonna need
an
more.
accomplishment you're most proud of
In the band?
in the band specifically. I mean, you can talk about
Having
it.
kids.
Yeah.
Biggest accomplishment in the band? Seeing how far we've reached people, I think, because I've had like someone from, I think, Russia and the Philippines message me. So
That's
they
crazy.
tell
Cool.
us that they're jamming our shit over there, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, keep repping it. Get it to more people.
That's kind of like a big accomplishment for me.
Yeah.
And of course, our what is it? The analytics show. I mean, how far music's have reached people. It's pretty interesting to see. So.
man, we're
And-
constantly played on a set list called Jay-Z something or another.
They're from
They're out of
They're
Canada.
out of Canada. They put
And
us
they
on.
spin
Yeah.
us weekly.
My
Yeah.
buddy, he jams it in Canada that I play with on GTA. Him and all of his buddies listen to it in
Yeah.
the shop when they're working on snowplows.
Our top 3 countries that we are played statistically, given from DistroKid, is of course the United States, Canada, and Finland.
Finland. Finland is our.
And then like insert
They
30
like
other
black metal
countries
there.
after that because there's a couple few, but like
World tour, here we come.
Hey, I'll go check out Finland. I'll go check it out.
Finland, holler at me. We would love to come rock your faces off. All 35 of you that are streaming our shit. But
Let's kind of get into what it's like just being in a band in general. Let's start with what you guys what's different than maybe what you expected. You guys have been in bands for as long as you can remember. So like whenever you are coming out into like being a grown up and then still pushing and trying to do gigging and, you know, being a band on the outside, how is that different than maybe what you guys expected?
Well, it's like there's a quote on Guitar Hero. I don't know who it's from specifically, but it says, "A band is a dysfunctional family that you choose." And that's pretty well comes down to it. I mean, you got to learn how to live in close quarters to each other, how to be around each other for periods of time, and then just do the thing. You know, be a band, be as close as family.
You got to put yourself in a position where you can be extremely vulnerable. Tell your bandmates exactly what you think of what's happening, you know. And we're not signed, so we're fully managing this ourselves. Right. So we have to come in and we have to talk about, hey, you know, we're making the music, right? We're recording. We have to figure out how we want to market ourselves. We have to figure out, are you guys all cool with this aspect that I've been making? Like, I'll sit over there and make some videos for our promos, and I always want to reach out and go, hey, you guys like this look? You guys like that? We have to be...
It's really good because, like, what any one of you can do can reflect on the entire band.
That's a big thing, especially in this day and age. You know, we're kind of gone through cancel culture, but we're still there a little bit too.
Getting banned on GTA.
So, getting banned on GTA. Yeah, any of us. If one of us makes a stink somewhere in the industry, it's going to reflect on all of us.
I have no strong feelings about this thing one way or the other.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other. I'm the ambassador for the neutral planet.
We're in how you want to. We're in how you want to make that stink, and what we all decide on as a group of like, this is what we're about. Like, she can get on her socials and say whatever she wants to as Scarlet Moon. That's who she is.
I even still pull back. Honestly, I do. I pull back.
And we can all do that separately, but then when we come to Dissentious, we have to have an idea of what that is and how we're representing each other. It's discussions that I've had in cover bands and other bands and stuff. We don't have it as big of a deal in this band. We all represent each other pretty well, honestly. We're all...
we're all very like-minded individuals.
Yeah, lack of better words, we're like
we're
cut from
very
the same
like-minded.
cloth. We're pretty like-minded. We all get along. We kind of, if you got this, well, that's cool. Go ahead and do it. You know. So, but being on board with that is something that I think a lot of bands struggle with, is being able to represent each other in that aspect, and you know.
I mean, I'm never one person to say, you know, people should censor themselves, because I'm not about censorship, you know, but if you're going to make any kind of statement, political or otherwise, you should probably make sure the rest of your band is okay with you saying that before you say it, because it represents the entire band. Yeah. But
as funny as it may seem, the question I asked them was, what part of being a band turned out differently? So I'm going to pose the same question to the two of you. What about being in a band has turned out differently than maybe you imagined when you were, say, 16? Or...
So I realized, turns out the problem with trying to make a successful band doesn't come down to actual talent and stuff. It comes down to, can you really find 4 to 5 people that can regularly get together once or twice a week or once every other week? And can we all get along? And do any of us actually freaking give a shit? So I see way too many bands. I used to think back in the day that the problem with trying to be a successful band was the competition, because there's, you know, millions or thousands of other bands that are trying to do the same thing. And be that as it may, it literally comes down to, can you get a group of people together regularly that are like-minded, that want the same goals and the same things. If you can't find that, your band's gonna fall apart. That's why any other band I've ever been a part of has fall apart. That's why any band they've been a part of has fallen apart. And so far, we're holding it together. In
Something
Dissentious.
along those lines.
But
We haven't toured yet, so.
you freaking
It's gonna be the
snore,
breaking
homie.
point. It's gonna be the.
You are going to be my breaking point. We're gonna be on tour for a week, and you're gonna, and I'm gonna just strangle you in your sleep with your own
continued.
guitar strap. I will take your own guitar strap and just. Luckily, I have in-ears. I'll listen to music. Somebody else better have the fucking.
Anything different than you like expected?
Yeah, sorry.
No, I mean, just being more successful now that I'm older, and I understand what's bullshit and what's not, you know, and what we should do and what we shouldn't. So that's about the only thing I can think of.
Gotcha. Fair enough. What's something that takes up more time than the fans may think? Like, as someone who just shows up to the show and just gets to watch, not thinking about any of the stuff that's in the background, what takes up more of your time?
The 20 years it took.
Yeah.
The 20 years it took for us to be musicians from where we started to
All
where
the
we're at
practice.
now. You're not even saying we've made it to top, obviously, but like, it's taken me. I started playing music in like 2005. I'm 36 now. It's you know, it's a solid amount of time to work on your instrument. People don't see that. A lot of people will come in and go, "Oh, you're so good at your instrument." I was like, "Yeah, but it took me so much time to get there."
It irritates me so bad when either we're on stage or even Brian's on stage with other bands that he's in, and people are like, "You're just so talented. I wish I was born with that
You can
talent."
be.
it's like,
Put the time
homie,
in.
it
the time in.
took
Thousands.
decades.
and
Like, it
thousands
took
of
years
hours.
and hours upon hours. Like,
And I'm still
you
nowhere
weren't
even close
sitting
to
in
being a
here
master. Like,
listening to him
Well,
play
some
the
people
same
have
drum
it, and
part
some
over and
people
over and
don't.
over.
Like,
Like,
I
I
could-
mean,
that's
natural
what people-
talent
I couldn't
exists.
jump on the drums and
like,
just start trying to play it. Like I would.
Natural
it.
talent, I view it as more of a starting point. There are people who
Mm-hmm.
start
Yeah.
like Michael Phelps is. There's a reason he's the best swimmer in the world, and it's because he's practiced at it. But also, his body's
He's
built
shaped that
different.
way.
Like
Right,
he's shaped
yeah,
in a way
yeah.
that gives him a natural advantage.
Yeah.
Completely
And
agree.
so
Natural
I would
advantage,
say
yeah.
that, you know, whenever you're having any kind of talking about any kind of talent, you may have found the thing that you are maybe one of the best people in the world at just from a starting point. Like, you've got the right kind of finger manipulation to be shredding the guitar. You have the
right
beat
finger
keeping,
length.
yeah, the right finger length to hit the notes that other people maybe can't.
But even some of the best voices that just have a naturally nice voice, it's taken years and years of discipline and vocal coaching to
Put them on the
figure
level
out
they're
how to
currently
put
on.
it out there correctly and do it safely and do it the right way.
And there's some-
Even what was it? The lead singer for Avenged Sevenfold. He doesn't scream anymore
Yeah, Matt
because
Shadows, yeah.
when he
Matt Shadows.
screamed, he
He's
wasn't
blew
doing
his-
it properly.
Yeah.
He destroyed his vocals, and that's sad. That's really sad.
And there's a lot of things. There's something that, you know, we're part of the Battle of the Bands. She's a judge, and this is one thing that I can.
For
bring-
Arcade Entertainment,
This is
gotta
one-
give you some context.
This is one thing that we can talk from on an outside perspective. Is some of it doesn't even come down to talent. You can be a very talented person, but if you don't have the confidence to get up there and portray that,
Charisma.
you know, we've seen really good musicians that have came through the battles that played music, and they're good, but they don't have any. You can see that they don't have any confidence. But once they build that confidence, which takes hours. That's part of that practice. Sometimes you're not even building your skill. Sometimes you have the skill, but you lack the confidence. So there's the 10,000 hour rule.
Yeah,
where
'cause,
you
like-
put 10,000 hours into a thing, you're supposed to be a
professional.
master.
Yeah.
Doing like touring and gigs and like at the end of the day, what you're doing is entertainment. You're entertaining someone, and if you're only mastering the musical side of it, there are plenty of musicians out there, but if you aren't putting in the effort to entertain the people that you're playing in front of, those are the people paying.
And some people-
Brian used to play with the band, and I won't name her because I won't shame her because I love her to absolute freaking pieces. But Brian used to play with a band where their guitar player, his daughter, sang for their band. She had and still has one of the most immaculately beautiful voices I've ever heard. She's way too in her head, way too nervous. Horrible front person. She doesn't put on a show, but she's amazing to listen to.
And you can look
know,
back.
and
You can look
it's
back at
both
certain.
things. You have to do both. You have to do both.
And you can look back at certain bands, even like Mick Jagger is one of the biggest examples I always bring up. Like, dude couldn't dance, dude couldn't sing,
Moves like Jagger.
dude couldn't dance, dude couldn't sing, made millions doing both.
Yeah.
But he had a confidence and he had a thing about him that people like to watch.
So actually, this is going to be a bit of a glazing moment. So
We're all totally glazed over. I'm a glazed.
What do you mean? Glazed moment.
I'm a Krispy Kreme
So
donut.
I want to go through and what's something that just pick one of your bandmates. What's something that they do better than you?
Oh, that's a man.
Well, I'll go first.
You've come up with great
Brian
questions
plays
here.
drums way better than I do.
All
Okay.
three could say that.
You got any kind of let's call it more original ones?
Okay, so if I want to get honestly deep into it, he has way more discipline in wanting to rehearse and doing the thing than I do. Because, on top of vocals, I play ukulele and it sounds really silly. I know, I play a baritone ukulele and it's basically a tiny guitar. But, if I put half the time and effort into playing my instrument or even singing as this freaking dude right here does in playing his drums, I would be way better. He has way more discipline than I do.
What's something that another band member does better than you?
That's a
So
great-
that
that's
was
a
some
great
good
question.
They
insight.
probably keep up with social media better than me. Is what I would
Dude,
say.
you're the Instagram
so hard.
king.
I
No.
can do Instagram. That's it.
I don't know Instagram.
I'm
I
glad
do
that they
Facebook.
do
I'm
the
terrible with
shirts. They
social
do
media.
everything.
Follow
like,
him. He's what are you?
everybody-
Dissentious on guitar.
Yeah. But they totally keep up with the socials better than me. Than I ever will. I'm getting old, so I don't
We're all
want to
getting
do
old.
TikTok and things anymore. I don't want to do any of that shit.
Don't make
But
me.
anyways, they're better than me at that, I would say for sure.
Brian
Got
Scarlett
you dudes.
definitely managed the social aspect out of all this better. Like, props to them. It's like we wouldn't have a social presence without them. So
Man,
They'll
They
take
do
care
the
of
work.
the CDs, the shirts. I mean, I feel like I'm slacking a little bit. I'm just like, hey, I got a riff. I can show up and be at
I
the
could be
show.
here
I
once
can be
every other
here.
week.
Y'all just keep doing what you do, and that's the only thing I can think of.
That's all you need to do,
It's
man.
only everything.
That's all you need to do,
Y'all
homie.
keep up that, and I'll just do the other thing.
Well, yeah,
Well,
you just,
yeah.
to make it hard to follow for you guys, I don't know, man. Like, we couldn't do this without anybody in the band. There's not one aspect of us that's going to drop out of this band that's going to make this any better than it already is. So, like, just coming and doing the things that they do, like, we definitely pick up the social aspect. I've learned how to be a sound engineer. I've rigged us an in-ear box now and engineered a way for us to go to shows.
Yeah, Brian's
it's
totally
such a
taking
political
care.
answer. I'm not gonna answer it one way or the other.
I can't.
I'm gonna say that everybody is great. Oh, come on.
Well, we have to have all the aspects. Like I said, I've learned the things I've needed to learn. You're singing, he's playing guitar, making riffs, going to the studio. I've had to learn the things that I've had to learn, but
Can
I
you
don't
hold
know.
it together?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know how to, say any better than we all have to have each other. We all do the things we need to do. None of us are better at anything else other than what we have to be for the band and what we're doing.
I get
Okay.
it to a certain extent. Like
is
you're,
political.
You're
That's a
each,
political
It
answer.
is. It is very. It's so
So
political.
what do you think that the rest of us do better than you do? You
Yeah,
didn't
you
answer
got
the
one
question.
thing?
That was a beautiful question.
Actually,
But you
actually,
never
he made
answered
himself.
it.
Oh, I
He's
got the
the
answer.
best,
I got the
so,
answer. I got
like-
the answer.
What's it?
They make music. I beat on drums. I don't even have a tonal instrument in the band.
Nope, none total.
I mean, based on what you guys have said, actually, that's pretty accurate. You guys are bringing in the song for the most part. Like
Yeah.
you guys are coming in, creating the environment for the song to thrive. And without that, like he said, he's just beating
on drums.
beating
I'm
on some
beating on
drums.
drums, man. I'm making drum beats, and I can rig a system all day long. But if I don't have a band to come in here and do the thing with, that system means nothing to me.
Scarlett, sorry. Fucking weird. It's probably better
You suck.
at being a frontman than all of us because
Oh yeah, totally.
we, you know,
Woman. It's man.
well, you're a frontman. Is what I'm gonna call you because that's what you are.
Empowering.
I could totally agree with that because
Front woman's just too much to say. Like, it's not about what it is.
It's the same
It's a
syllables
mouthful.
as saying front man.
No, it's not. Front man is.
Oh, I'm sorry, an
2.5
extra syllable.
syllables.
Are you so lazy you can't say an extra syllable?
I am a man.
You silly geese. You
something
silly geese.
we
It
talked
does
off,
take a good frontman to lead things up front. Front lady.
It really does.
something
you.
me and you talked about off screen that needs to be brought on screen was we were talking about famous bands back in the day and what we triggered, what we liked about those bands, and in my opinion, most of the time, what we were latching on to was that front person, that Adam Gontier, that Benjamin Burnley, that David Draymond, that we were all latching on to these people that were going on stage and telling us to have fun.
Right.
Basically, they were getting on stage and telling you to have fun and commanding it, and then you did it. We watched Avatar, one of her favorite bands.
I love Avatar.
We watched Avatar at JJ's Live one time, and one thing I'll tell you about that guy is he commanded a stage. Now, if he was on stage or off stage, you were like wondering what he was going to do.
I look up to him a lot.
Taking that aspect and then running with it. Basically, hey, I'm going to do this. You're going to see me. I'm going to, I think it takes that.
Yeah, I agree. I think in a lot of circumstances, whether it's like if you talk about Queen, is Queen without Freddie Mercury,
Or Brian May
right,
on the guitar.
right, and so like those personalities come out and command and take, there's a presence there that is required for, I think, most of the bands to reach it. You were just talking about Mick Jagger. I couldn't think of his name.
I got the moves like Jagger.
Yeah, like
Jagger
you were
can't
talking.
dance.
That's a character, and so sometimes that is what really pushes the band to that next level. So undoubtedly, that's an important aspect of it.
Yeah.
To completely change from like a more serious tone, who's most likely to be late?
Cord. Only because he drives from super far away, but Cord.
He's got shit to take care of.
Yeah,
He's got one more shit to do.
late with an excuse.
I'm usually always on time.
Or Andrew. It's either gonna be Cord or Andrew.
I don't
Well,
know.
we live in the studio.
Yeah,
So
we
there's
live.
You're like,
we
it's not
live
exactly
where we
fair.
rehearse.
It's not
Dude, I
kind of
have been
very
late
fair.
to my own
It's
rehearsal.
not exactly
Yeah,
fair
so-
to them.
There's been times where they've showed
They
up.
have
and-
to be my ride, so if I'm late, it's not
Honestly,
my
there's been times when they've showed up and waited on us to set up.
So, considering you're the one that has to handle a lot of equipment, who's the most likely to forget equipment?
I run the studio 15 to 20 times before we leave, and we get in the car and I drive down the road and I go, man, I'm
You
forgetting
still
something.
forgot
I'm forgetting something. I know
got-
I'm forgetting something.
We
Yeah, y'all
got 3
forgot the
hours
table
away and
last
we
time.
forgot the merch
Table.
table.
Yeah, we literally ran off without this table. I don't know if the camera can
Like,
see.
oh,
There's
that's
a table here.
that's the thing that's not here.
We got like
It looks
halfway
just
to
like
the
this.
venue, and I was
They
like,
were just
"Wait,
standing
we
here,
packed
like-
the merch table, right?" And Brian was like, "We're
Luckily,
like, oh,
luckily
geez.
Legends, we went and played Legends last weekend, and that was super fun. They lent us a table. They said, okay, you can have one of our tables, and we had a merch table that we could actually set up. Or else, yeah, we probably wouldn't have a merch table for that one.
Yeah, we had all the merch. Just not a place
And that's
to
only just
put it.
by default that he's
Yeah,
responsible
he's
for
got
most of the
so
equipment.
much of the
so, like,
equipment. Yeah, So, I kind of
drummer,
figured
man.
that might be where that
It's
one
got too
went.
much shit.
Who's the biggest perfectionist? Are any of you really?
it would probably be me.
Andrew. It's gotta be Andrew. I'm
It's
sorry,
so-
it's gotta
it's
be
like,
Andrew.
I would say Andrew, yeah. I'm pretty sloppy. So,
I love Andrew, and I respect him very, very, very much. He beats himself up the most if he's not perfect or doing the thing the right way. He seems to be the one that beats himself up the most for not just, well, I could have played that better. It's like, I don't care. You played it and you had fun doing it. Like, don't, be easy on yourself, because nobody's gonna be easy on you. The Interrupters said that, but that's exactly it is. It's Andrew.
Real quick, what's next for you guys? What is the thing that exciting you the most right now? Would you say? Hey,
The one.
Oh, can I? I don't know
Yeah,
how to-
releasing an EP, really, finally
Boop.
having something on,
Hope you can see that.
something in hand,
If
you
you
know.
can't,
So we got
Find it.
we just released the one. The one is our EP. Just dropped with the newest single, and then we're just booking shows. We're trying to book shows. We got some
With a little bit of
emails.
everybody, you know.
We got some
Here.
emails
it
the
looks
other
like
day.
a record.
Got an EP.
think
Got
that's
a
really
QR
cool.
code on the inside to scan. But thing is, dropping this thing, getting out, playing as many shows as we possibly can.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to
Next
do.
step is getting a vehicle of transportation, like
Yeah,
a van
freaking
or
van,
an RV,
dude.
something that we can travel on.
Yeah, personally, we need a place, so we need
Soon
a
as
way
we
to
do,
travel.
we can hit the road.
You know, we've got a way that we've been traveling. It's not been comfortable. It's not been the
Not the
greatest.
most
But like,
efficient.
if we can get into a
So not
situation
even
that
close,
helps
yeah,
us
no.
travel more comfortably, more efficient, and actually help bring 2 or 3 people on with us to help us do the thing, because we're managing it all ourselves right now.
If you
We
sound
get
like that
ourselves
person,
there.
hit us up. Please. Please hit us up. If you sound like that person, please hit us up.
We go to the place, we set everything up, we run our own merch, we make our own merch, we make our own music, we're setting up our own venues, we're talking to we don't have any management, we are the management. So anything that's happening that you see in Dissentious is us. Well, that's what
We're
we're doing.
independent. Yes.
Yeah, we're as independent as
100%.
you can possibly get.
which has its perks.
Which
Even
has
our
its perks,
EPs.
it has its limits.
Print it all, burn them all, bought
Until
the,
someone
you know.
writes me a big fat check, and then maybe
It could be you.
I might do
In
things.
small disclosure, we've had 2 or 3 record labels actually reach out to us. It's not that we haven't been reached out to by people, but it's like,
You gotta find the right one.
I'll tell you, honestly, we all grew up in an era where we saw music getting taken advantage of,
For sure.
and record labels just making money. Bands were going out and doing the thing, but they didn't own anything. They weren't making any money on. They had an image of being out and doing the thing, but like not making any money. We still want to do both.
You want to be able
I
to
wanna
own your
do both.
stuff. You want to be
And
able
there's
to
not a
do what
record
you
label
enjoy.
out now, right now, seriously,
Exactly
that wants
that.
to just throw money at you like they did back in the day and make you seem
Help
that
you.
big without being that big.
We're
You
at the
have to
point-
do that.
We're at the point where we want to ask a record label, what is it that you can do for us that we cannot already do for ourselves?
Because we know what our job is.
We can already market ourselves for the most part. We can release the music, etc., etc., etc. But like, what do you have to offer us? That's better than us being an independent label.
Yeah. And if they don't got it, then they don't got it.
Because we even get on specific radio shows now. We get reached out to 3 or 4 times every month or so from different independent radio shows that want to play our stuff. Well, we wouldn't be on those spots getting the little bit of recognition. We're getting a little
If we
bit.
were signed.
We're kind of small. Like, we got, I think, almost 3,000 people on our Facebook now. So, really, really small. But we've grown that ourselves. There was no paid for marketing. There was no ads thrown
You
out.
did
There
every
was-
bit of that on your
all
own.
that's us trying to do what we're trying to do. And organically, in my opinion, kind of it organically doing what it's doing.
What do you hope Dissentious looks like 5 years from now?
I hope we're able to travel and just make enough money to get from one venue to the next. I just want to spread our music and do the thing and just have fun doing it. If we can go to one city and make enough money to fill whatever bus, van, RV, whatever we may have to
I
just
think we've already proved that.
be able
we
to
can
go to
do
the
it.
next
Like,
one,
we just
like-
have to get out there and do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And,
If we
and you're
can just
taking
do
the
the damn
steps
thing,
to
that's
go
all I
that
care
direction.
about.
So that's a big step in the right
As soon
way.
as we get
So
on the road, I think we'll be good.
I just want to get on the road.
that's
what I wanna do.
would you say that's the goal for all of you guys too for the next 5 years?
And if we're not made it by the next 5 years, or at least gone further than,
as long as there's
we
an
can continue it as long as
exponential
possible.
growth,
But
right?
man, if you ain't made it,
Well,
by
this is
about
like
10
what he's even
years-
talking about too. Is like, for one, us growing up playing in bands together and him playing in a whole ton of bands too. Like, we didn't grow up in the same area, so we didn't get to play in the same bands or in the same scene. But this is the most successful band I feel like probably all of us can say we've been part of, as far as releasing music and actually tracking something out so someone can hear it. We've been in tons of bands before where you never heard the music that we were playing because we never actually got to record it. And at least this band's recorded some music and has, gone in that direction.
Recording is expensive and it takes time and
Tons of time. And we're in a working.
We got really lucky and amazing with our
Yeah, we got a good
producers.
dude,
Shout out
so-
to Robin Najee, Horizon Studios, homie.
But like,
I
so
love
do
you.
without him.
yeah. Reach out to him. There's been Road Dog Revival.
Hire him.
They hired me to do their sound, and I've told them to go check them out for recording because he's just really good at what he does.
So, I do have a couple more questions here regarding like what advice you would maybe give to someone else who is trying to come up, just like you guys, or someone who may plan on doing so in the future. What would you give out to them who might be starting their band today? Like this is the first time they've all come together, and you know what? Let's do this. Let's try and do this
Without
together.
Without being too cliche, I'm gonna go with Shia LaBeouf and say just do it.
Just get out of my head. I was
Stick with
exactly
it.
going to
Just
say that
do
thing.
it.
Just freaking do it.
it.
Get out of your head. Get out of your
Just go
head.
do it.
You are your own worst enemy. These thoughts that you have right up here in your beautiful ass cranium, they lie to you. They want to tell you terrible things. Don't believe them.
Just go do it.
Just fucking do it. It's going to be terrifying. It's
Yeah.
going to
It's
be...
not going to get any less terrifying
It will.
until
No,
you
it
do
will.
it.
It does.
No, until you do it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the sitting there ruminating on it isn't going to make it less
Yeah.
terrifying. But once you've done it, that's the easiest way to get the terrifying bit to pass.
It
And that's
does-
all. That's all experience is.
It-
When people talk about giving you experience, it's going and doing that thing. It's not because you're any less terrified that you're doing what's happening. It's just it gets easier as you do it because either maybe you're not less terrified, but you know what to expect.
I've learned to turn my pre-show jitters into pre-show like
Energy.
Well, I'm fairly new to everything myself, so like I don't know really where to start, other than starting this band and trying it, and whatever happens, and
Like, so whenever you first said you sold him the guitar, you kind of glossed over it saying, well, then it just went, oh, you like to play, I like to play. Like, but is there more key dynamics? to
yeah,
that?
the main thing is that you have to be able to agree upon others' opinions on things. That's the most crucial thing in the band is that you have to take constructive criticism and you have to be able to, balance everything out. Like, or you're just going to end up butting heads and clashing, and that's why members
Fall
leave
apart
and
and-
yeah,
yeah.
things like that. And just when you're in a band, you just have to be like,
Come in a little bit more open-minded.
of course, yes. And you always have to remember that if someone says that they don't like something here, and you want to do something here, like I'm gonna have to accept that. If like he plays something that I don't really think is right there, I have to accept it because on the next song I may want to play something that he doesn't like. So I'm not gonna argue about it. I'm just gonna let him do his thing, and I'm gonna do my thing. And if you don't, then y'all are gonna see each other out. So just learn to agree and try to get along with everybody as the best you can.
Compromise.
And because
compromise.
and fights can happen.
It's literally
real
like the
quick. I
intro
mean,
to the
yeah.
one, like Brian said earlier. It
Yeah.
started. We had that whole there was a whole electronic introduction, and Brian was like,
I love
"Man,
the
I
shit
love
out of
it," and all the rest of us were like,
It's
Me and Rob were
"I don't
vibing
know,
with it. you know?
man," and so it got cut out.
It's
but
really dumb nowadays too that people let their political views and sexual views and everything else get in the way of their relationships and bands and things like that. And like if I don't believe in what you believe in, we're just not going to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like you just have to learn to shut the fuck up.
As long
That's what I
as
say.
long as-
That's what I've
as
learned.
long
in my
as
life.
good
you're
advice,
respectful
I mean.
to me,
Yeah.
I will be respectful to you.
Yeah.
As long as you're not preaching hate in my face, I don't have a
Yeah.
reason to
If,
punch
if
you.
I know that
Yeah.
you're right to these and
Well,
I
when
don't, which
Dissentious-
I have no problem with that, I'm gonna say it. That's okay, and we're not gonna talk about it at all.
Yeah.
With
Like, I'm
Dissentious,
just
like
gonna go my separate ways.
our thing is to get on stage and we're gonna have a good time. Where
Yep.
you come
It's
from,
our
and
whole
what
goal.
you're doing, how you're gonna get back home. It's not no bother to us. We're here for one reason: is to have a good time.
What about you, Andrew? You got any kind of advice you would like to impart, whether that's musically, whether that's within the...
This is like Brian was saying earlier, just stick with it. I mean, it's going to be rough at times, and just stick through it, stay together.
Absolutely. Got a couple of just rapid fire. I want you to shout out like quickly. Is there a dream venue for any of you?
Ooh,
I'd like to play the Hall, probably.
maybe like Rocklahoma or something.
Or yeah, Rocklahoma.
That'd be
would
pretty
Like
cool.
a festival
Yeah.
would be fun, yeah.
You know, like Madison Square Gardens, you know, whatever, Dream Hall.
I
Like,
want to.
huge.
Oh my god! I want to play Memphis in May. Like I want a big ass fucking venue. I want like they're bringing back Warped Tour.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
want
pretty
to fucking
sweet.
headline Warped Tour.
Yeah, I'd really like to play a big stadium. That I'd love to hear what it sounds like just coming from their point of view. I'm probably going to get ruined because it's a complete different experience from when you're playing on stage versus when you're hearing the song.
Right.
It's like the people on stage are not hearing what you're hearing. You're
Right.
not getting that effect. You know what I mean? So it's
All
like,
that energy that's being
yeah.
sent through the sound waves from the front of house, like especially now that we're in ears,
yeah.
like
I
we
saw
don't
a
get all
video
the
of a
energy.
band. They were backstage and they're about to get on stage at like Coachella or something, and they had put their inners in, and they had realized that they had put in microphones so they could hear the crowd. And this guy, this guitar player, put it in, and you could hear the crowd go woo, and he went. I'm like, I want that feeling. Oh my god, I want that feeling. That would be so cool. It's
Rapid
like,
fire.
oh, look at all these people.
Rapid fire.
Sorry.
Rapid fire. Let's
Rapid
go.
fire. That wasn't very rapid. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Dream collaboration. If there was a band you could, anyone.
Avatar. I love Avatar. I don't know how we would collab, but I would love it.
What about you guys?
Breaking Benjamin, man.
Breaking Benjamin,
Kill Switch.
Kill Switch.
Man, anybody better than us? Just
Like Avatar,
Please
right?
make us famous.
someone
Take
with
us
a
on
name.
tour.
Please.
Anyway, we're looking for a new guitar guy, right?
We're not
If
worthy.
anybody fits the bill.
Underrated band. What's a band that you guys feel is severely underrated?
That's a hard one, dude.
Dissentious.
I'm gonna throw one out that a lot of people forget about, but 10 Years
10 years.
was a massively underrated band in the 2000s. They were putting out banger after banger after banger, and I don't.
Oh,
think
I got my
I don't
answer.
think they ever actually reached where they should have reached. 10 Years.
Marcy
Fail was an underrated
freaking
band.
Playground.
Yeah.
The only song they were known for was Sex and Candy. And in my opinion, after listening to
'Cause
their
everything else
entire
was about
discography, Sex and Candy is the least most entertaining song that they have, dude. If you looked up St. Joe on a School Bus and
Tons
Wave
of them.
Motion Gun, just so many Coming Up From Behind, dude. They're very underrated. They're only known for one freaking song, and that's Criminal. Mercy Playground is phenomenal.
Marcy
What about
Playground.
y'all?
Right here it is.
Underrated band. Actually, recently I just discovered a new band that I like. They've been around for a while, and I figured they'd be a lot bigger than they are. But Chaosism, I've been listening to them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
yeah.
Ooh,
That
it's a
was
blast
kind
from
of
the past.
But yeah, that's the only band I can really think of that underrated.
What about you?
The Census Fail. That's what said it.
Census
Pretty good,
Fail.
Yeah.
Balls at the door.
Yeah, it was back in
Nice.
those hardcore days.
If you could be known for writing any album that's been written by someone else, what album would you steal?
What's the most successful one?
Garth Brooks or something like that.
Let's get that fact real quick.
I'll get right back to you real
Do
quick.
you
Hey,
want,
producers, let me know what that.
do you want a serious answer, or is that facetiously? A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, she loves that album.
It's my favorite album. Flawless, start to finish. My favorite album. The lyrics, the instrumentals. Oh, love them. Love it. Fever You Can't Sweat Out.
It's such a difficult question. I want to be
That
known
rapid
for
That
fire.
was easy for me. That was easy for me. You know,
Or
like,
just
You
your
want me to
favorite
steal
album.
somebody
How about
else's
this? What about your
album?
I was
favorite
gonna go
album
with
of all
Jimmy.
time?
I was
Steal
gonna
somebody
do that.
else's
Wake in the
music.
Fallen,
that's-
probably.
Yeah, probably Waking the Fallen, you know.
Pretty
It's
good
been
one.
sevenfold, Waking the
Cowboys from
Fallen.
Hell,
It was some of the
probably.
Revs.
Pantera.
It was some of the
Yeah.
Revs' best work. Was the Waking the Fallen.
I mean, that would have been cool as shit to have been there when that happened. So, like,
Full venues. Oh, dude.
What about you? You got one?
So I would take the money out of it.
You're like,
Every time.
whatever the one that
Well, like
sold
appetite for
the most.
appetite for
What's
destruction
the
or something.
best-selling
Appetite
Beatles
Destru-
album? Like,
You're fired. You're fired. You're
He's
fucking
sold-
fired.
he's
Get
sold
out
it.
of here.
He's
You're
sold
fired. Anybody that
Metallica,
wants to.
Saint Anger.
it's fucking, yeah.
I specifically
definitely.
love the snare on that album. And the guy that smacked
It
a
was the
fucking
single
keg
best
with a
part of the
goddamn
entire album.
baseball bat. Ew, no, you're fired. You're
What
fired.
was
Bye,
the-
go, get out of here, walk home.
What was the
You know
worst
what I
thing?
could do with that kind of money?
Anything.
With $12?
Anything.
With $12, come on.
Worst thing that's happened during a show.
Oh, terrible monitor mixes. Before we were playing with in-ears, before we had our rack system, getting on stage and then having a terrible monitor mix and not being able to hear what you need to hear.
Oh man,
That's awful.
there was a show specifically that I remember playing, and I won't call out the venue because they're not a bad venue and they're absolutely phenomenal. But specifically, we went to this venue and played a festival, and it seemed like anything and everything that could have gone wrong on stage went wrong. Monitors went out. Thing went out, dude. Turns out I didn't plug my my wireless system into my mic all the way. I was headbanging, and my wireless receiver just went blip. I'm like, oh, and I'm just screaming, and the sound guy, oh my god, bless his heart, sound guy was just like scrambling, finding a freaking cord, and like trying to plug it into my mic and doing the thing. Dude, it was like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong at that show, and you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
But like,
Would you guys agree that that was probably the worst, or do you guys have
It's
a...
pretty bad. I keep hitting my tuner a couple times here lately.
Yeah.
it was still a
In the middle
really
of
great
the song, it
experience.
just
We've
cuts
been
out.
invited to come back.
God.
Actually, I'm pretty sure late this year they've got a better system and they're growing and doing amazing. It's just growing pains. Now that we have an in-ear system, I will never go back to on-stage monitors. I won't. I will not. And it makes our sound check a lot faster, a lot easier. Most sound guys are like, you just gave me like a dream to my ears or whatever. It's like, what do you mean? I only have to check front of house. But
You got anything?
Oh, yeah.
What was our
totally.
worst? What was our worst?
Worst
thing that
for
happened?
me, I don't know. Probably. Well, we've made a transition from using amplifiers to just now running like a foot pedal, and it's getting like tricky to tap dance on that thing now. Trying to remember because you can accidentally, like you said, turn on the tuner and then your sound drops. Or like one show that embarrassed the fuck out of me was the very first time or the second time we were using the in-ears. For some reason, like when I'm on stage, I'm noodling or whatever. Well, my looper was looping what I was playing. So whenever they went to go turn on the thing, I'm hearing a click track, and then all of a sudden my guitar amp my pedal just starts playing all this bullshit that I was playing, and I'm like, whoa, stop the show. Everybody was about to get into it.
Is
Tell
that
everybody to
what
start
that
to
was?
headbang it, and then I was like,
is that what that was?
redo it. I was like, fuck. Yeah. Anyways, so that's about the worst. I was just like, God damn, that sucked.
That was pretty bad.
Just using the foot pedals is like, we're just trying to get used to that transition. And of course, it's like some little shit venue, so it's like, who gives a fuck? It was just, man, that was probably the most embarrassing thing for me. No one probably ever remembers it.
Oh, I'm talking about my most embarrassing moment. We already talked about that on the last one-on-one interview you and I had. Go check that, however many months or years ago it may have been. Go check that. I already talked about my most embarrassing moment. But,
Well, I've only got one more question for y'all. And then I'll let you guys
hate
get
and how would you like to kill it?
Which one would you kill and what way would you do it?
I'm gonna shove my mic so far down his fucking throat.
I was gonna go there. Don't do it. Don't do it. I was gonna go there. Don't do it.
Or I'm gonna shove it up your ass. One or the other.
It's got weird.
You're getting
There's
the
a
mic
weird
shoved in you.
dynamic over here.
Hold up.
you're gonna
Oh,
marry one. Which do you choose? Oh.
No.
20 years from now, if somebody discovers Dissentious for the first time, what do you hope they say about you?
Damn, Grandpa, this shit,
It's gonna be
this
the
shit was
music's
banging
gonna-
back in the day.
Damn,
This is
Grandpa,
awesome
this shit
for old
fucking
people music.
slaps, bitch. That's what I wanted to say.
Damn, Papa,
No,
you're
I-
hard as hell, bro.
I hope they say that, you know, on a super fucking humble note. I hope they say, hey, you know, at least they tried.
Man, what's music even gonna sound like in 20 years?
Their
Yeah.
singer
It's just
didn't
gonna be
even
like beep boop boop
scream.
boop boop. You know, like
Their
God.
singer didn't even scream. What do you mean? It's metal from 2020, whatever year it is.
Music's gonna be.
Yeah, no, if someone's jamming this CD back 20 years from now, then
Did something right.
the world has done something.
Something. I can't
So-
tell you what.
something has
Might-
happened. Something
might
has
be
happened.
horribly wrong or
Yeah.
great, but I can't tell
We
you
could
which.
be like
I can-
Fallout, and this
I
might be
can
the
only
last. That might
imagine
be the last thing
somebody
left.
kicking up,
Music
kicking
of
up
the
some
apocalypse.
dust and finding like a CD player and headphones and popping it on and pressing play, and you're like, what else can I say? And they're like, ew,
or
what
the
is
funnier
this?
one. Yeah,
Gross.
that's what I was gonna say. And then they.
I was like, oh.
I'd rather just listen to nothing. That's all we have for the interview. If there is any plugs that you would like to put in, now is the time.
We got the one now out, the EP, the last single for the EP. It's out now. Physical copy, digital downloads. We've got merch. We've got new merch out now. Yep.
Super
Front,
cool.
front,
Says
back.
Dissentious on the front.
Sensational.
It's got a little logo on the shoulder, and only you can prevent empty venues, because you know that's all you can do.
On the back.
On the back, $30, all handmade. They
Yeah, we did make
they
that.
each got their own little wabi sabi, so enjoy it anyway. We also got stickers and koozies and
shot glasses. Yep.
EPs.
But yeah, no,
How much is the EP going for?
$5, man.
$5.
$5.
5 songs, $5.
Only 5 songs,
It's a
$5.
dollar.
Get to
piece.
own it forever.
You can buy the same thing online for $1 a piece. So physical copies, it's $1 a piece.
And also, and I'm not obviously going to show the QR code, but if you open up your EP and you open up your album art, on the inside there's a QR code. You can get you full lyrics, some behind the scenes videos. It's basically like those cool ass pamphlets that we used to get as
Back in the
kids.
day.
Back
That's
in the
awesome.
day, but I coded a page. Go find it, do the thing. You get a digital download, because I know if you're anything like me, our cars don't have freaking CD players anymore.
But yeah, that's it. That's pretty
That's
much
all the plug.
We've
Wanna
got,
plug any socials or anything like that.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're on all the socials.
Okay, cool.
Bandcamp.
We'll make sure to put those up.
You can find our merch store on Bandcamp if you want to order a shirt.
We don't have the shirts up
They
yet.
will by then.
I've not been able to keep up with inventory, but go to Bandcamp, bandcamp.com/probably Dissentious. I'm
Totally.
sorry, I don't remember.
Yep. Nope. Yep. You can find-
Instagram, OnlyFans, Facebook, whatever. We're there.
If you want Chords OnlyFans,
I was gonna say chords
go to
only.
You need to make a website called
onlyfans.com/Dissentious
OnlyBands.
on guitar. You watch him doing some weird shit to his guitar.
We'll do things.
We'll get
do it.
weird.
We'll make our own
We'll get
website called
weird.
You
OnlyBands.
pay
You
enough
wanna-
money.
You want to throw cash?
Do it.
We'll get weird.
We need a van. We need a
We'll get
van.
weird.
so.
Anyway, we need a van.
Anyone
So,
wanting to donate
Donate
a van.
for a van so Cord doesn't
But-
have to be a slut.
Yeah, no. All the socials, all the platforms, we're pretty much there. You can see streaming like Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere. Anywhere you find music, you can find us.
Awesome.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
You should be.
You'd make more money. You'd be making us more money.
Isn't that the sad world we live in?
Well.
Wait,
anyway.
so I gotta throw a twist
Oh, okay.
since we're being asked, but you're the podcaster.
Oh.
What was your favorite part about coming down here and asking us questions? What was your favorite question to ask us?
Oh.
What were you most
My favorite
anticipating
one.
the answer for? Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hard question.
That was a good
Mhm.
one. I mean, a small peek behind the curtain, because we did already do this podcast before. I wanted to throw in some slightly different ones than we did last time.
Yeah.
Because I already got to learn a little bit about you guys before. But I think the biggest difference is the contrast between then and now. Back then, you were just coming back from the throes of like COVID, and you were still trying to get your footing, and you were just fixing to release your third song. Yeah. And so I found you guys after Beautiful Disaster, and then I really liked Suffered a Terrible Fate, Haven't You?
Oh, yeah, you met with a terrible fate, haven't you?
Yeah. And,
Zelda shout out
yeah.
for all you nerds out there.
Yeah,
But
and I really, really enjoyed that song, and then just like seeing you guys develop after that, and getting to see you guys gig more, and get out more, and more people knowing you, and so being able to talk to you guys about the change, and so kind of all the questions more geared towards. I would just say like your successes and where you're happy with, how things
you get
are
to
going.
see a legitimate, solid, at least what was it, a year ago? Yeah, we just said.
Yeah,
You get to see a
thereabouts.
solid year progress, and like not only you for us, but us for you, homie. I mean, like I'm
Yeah.
so excited about where all your stuff is going. I've said time and time again, but I'm gonna say it on camera. You have the most amazing speaking voice, dude. If you would like voice a true crime podcast, I would listen to it constantly. I would fall asleep to
podcast.
it. Like,
Incoming.
but man,
yeah, no,
thank you. It's been so much
And that, like
fun.
we said off camera, when you got here today, like the voiceover that you did with our song, I was like, man, that was so cool. The way they fit into
Don't-
Dragon Ball Z.
just- yeah.
That was so cool. You
Yeah,
know?
and like whenever I heard that song, and like I get these ideas sometimes for the voice acting stuff, and man, I'm always torn between trying to do something for like TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, or should I just be using that time to audition for a role that would actually pay me money, but then also there's things that I enjoy about having that creative freedom, but then I'm not always the most creative guy, so it's also difficult in that retrospect. Like,
Comes in spurts, man. I've always said, like we even talked about earlier, probably off
That's the
camera and
struggle.
whatever. When you try to force writing,
it's
you don't
impossible
really
for me.
you
Can't
produce
do it.
mediocre stuff. It's always when you least expect it that you can write and make the best things. Or
If they put something in
Your
front of, if
motivation
I'm,
is motivation.
yeah, if someone puts something in front of me and they're like, act this, that's okay.
Right,
I can
right.
do that. But if it's like, I do enjoy coming up with something from scratch, but then it's like, oh no, I have to do this from scratch. Like, I have to write it. I have to create it, and then I have to edit it. Like, there's a reason the TikToks that I did do, like the majority of them were like, oh, this is a song that I know the lyrics to. This is a intro that I've known my entire life to Lion King.
social
And-
media.
And so
God, I
it's
hate
easier for me to do something like that, where I can just take it and make it my own. But as you said, anyone can be a cover band.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. We've been talking with Dissentious, and we'll see you in the next one.